Alright, this is Danhausen here, very nice, very evil. You are watching Tru Heel Heat. Probably should have had MJF do this, but here we are.
Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be Tru Heel Heat, SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
Yes, it is I, Holly Cameron, and I'm in your phones, but I'm also making an appearance for Tru Heel Heat. I've been told it's a fantastic podcast. Why haven't you had me on it then, huh? Where's my invitation? I think you guys need to feel the wrath. I'm at Comic-Con today, but I think we need to get some, some wrath in the show. So let me know.
Hi, I'm the ballsy badass Shotzi Blackheart, and you're watching Tru Heel Heat.
You know, we live in a time where everyone has an opinion. The fans have an opinion. The locker room have opinion. The media has an opinion. Everyone disagrees with everything. But when it comes to being the most objective podcast at telling you who the number 2 promotion is, I think we can all agree it's Tru Heel Heat. Because when you really think about it, when you look at the attendance for TNA Bound for Glory, I've watched an episode of Impact in ages. But when I looked at that, man, I was so impressed. You look at that, you see the packed building. I was watching this, and not saying anything out of school here, but comparing it to watching Dynamite in Greensboro, North Carolina, which looked like a Tony Cordello taping. I'm sorry, it did. I'm just saying, TNA looked like the second biggest promotion in the world, because this is what we do. Are you enjoying the show? All part of the show. This is the most objective wrestling podcast at telling you TNA #2 promotion because we really don't give a flying. Hello. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook for Tru Heel Heat 355, most objective wrestling podcast on the #2 promotion, discussing the latest wrestling news, including Chris Jericho giving his biggest hint yet that he is leaving AEW for WWE by complimenting TNA. TNA does a TNA once again recap of this week in wrestling with AEW Collision last Saturday with the final Advantage battle matches. Then you had Dynamite, Blood and Guts with two epic, violent blood and guts spectacles. ROH TV, NJPW New Japan Road, and Anjo, featuring the return of the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, to challenge Tanahashi for Wrestle Kingdom 20. CMLL, WWE Raw on Netflix, featuring John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship in Boston. You had SmackDown featuring Drew McIntyre joining the Vision and Zack Ryder making his return. You had NXT featuring Obafemi's return. You had Evolve TNA Impact Live featuring Frankie Kazarian winning the TNA World title from Mike Santana after an NXT invasion. And you had Turning Point last night featuring another NXT invasion to close the special. And of course, to break it all down, to discuss it all with you, I am joined by my esteemed colleagues. First up, we got the resident Tru Heel alcoholic himself, back for his monthly excursion, back for possibly the last time in 2025, the one and only Top Guy JJ. How are you feeling?
It's a great day. It's a great Saturday. You know, draped in my Chicago because I got to get my Chicago Jordan lows today. You know, got to get the OG classics today. So, you know, got to go in Chicago and then go get the Chicago. So, great Saturday today.
Indeed.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. I think that was one of my more impressive intros, my cold opens to the show.
I was gonna say what's up to the chat as well. See how the chat is doing over there. I feel like I haven't seen the Tru Heel Heat flagship chat in like a minute. Like, Jesus, it feels like it's been like 3 months, even though it was like a few weeks ago. But you know, it's just feels like I'm in like foreign territory sometimes. Like I'm doing like an overseas show. But
well, it's because you're used to Tuesdays.
I love you getting cut off by the production company during your monologue, because you know you started to talk a bit too much and you started to tell a bit, you know, too much of the side you represent. So you're supposed to remain impartial and unbiased, and then the company has felt that leaking was starting to occur on your end, so they had to cut your feed.
I don't appreciate them, trying to damage my freedom of speech. I just have freedom. It's freedom of speech. Simple.
Apparently you don't, not even on your own show, because you get cut during your own monologues.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Like, who's in charge here? I need to know. I need to find out. But yes, we appreciate y'all.
So the producer's definitely a pro WWE guy. So,
well, he's more pro TNA.
But he was happy about my we can't help it. We was born into this. Like, we're old humans. So, this is the company. It's like the OG place. So it's like by default, even though we don't want to, it's fucking default.
Well, to be fair, he's always loved TNA more than WWE.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So this was a good week for him. But yes, we are here live. We appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation, Mike. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on the video. Helps out the YouTube algorithm and helps other wrestling fans like yourself get the full comprehensive recap of the week that was that we do here on the flagship podcast, where we talk about all the big news, all the big events, all the big shows from the week that was in the world of pro wrestling. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here, and join us back here every Saturday for the flagship. And of course, if you're watching us on demand, you can comment down below, get the conversation, keep the conversation going there. And of course, if you're with us live, we love to interact with all of you and hear your thoughts on the week of pro wrestling this week. So, of course, we'll highlight as many of your comments as possible. But, of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to get back to what we do here. You want to show your support to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. You want to make sure the channel grows and keeps going and moves forward. And you want to give back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here. You can send a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters, goes back to the contributors, and it goes a long way to help us keep the channel growing just after our 25K milestone last week. And we got a big one starting off here from our boy Negro Buck Nick Jackson. Thank you so much, Nicky boy, who says, about to clock in for work. Here's something for the war chest. Thank you. He says, much love, THH fam. Also, I just gotta say, LOL TNA. This was a very LOL TNA week.
I wish, to a degree, I wish I saw it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear it and then get to react to what I see. But I saw like bits and pieces of it, but I didn't really get to see it in its full TNA. TNA.
Do you know that Mike Santana is no longer the TNA?
Oh yeah, I ghost them too after fucking making my title reign as long as a fucking cup of Starbucks coffee.
Okay, so we might as well just get it out the way now. That was a work.
Yeah.
That like I said it in our chat. I was like, that makes it worse. Like we would understand if Santana had reacted that way for real. But the fact that the company is the one who is running with this and trying to make a storyline about a recovering alcoholic, a recovering addict, no showing and no calling, no showing the company. Thus, you have the people like Jimmy McArab who's like, yeah, I feel because he was arguing with me because he was like, I was like, this is like TNA making a last second shot for most disgusting promotional tactic, and he was like, how is it disgusting? I think you're implying too much. He was like, I was like, they made him being a recovering addict a part of his on-screen presentation. So this is something that the common TNA fan would think that it could be a possibility if you actually believe this angle. And I left. Came back and Jimmy was like, he laughed at first and then he was like, you know what? I regret arguing with you only because he might wind up like Eddie Guerrero and then I'll feel stupid. And I was like, you see, the fact that that's a thought is the reason why this is a disgusting promotional tactic.
Like, why are we bleeding desperation without the need to bleed desperation? Like wrestling is a funny, fucking weird, stupid, annoying, fucking idiotic, magical place. All in one.
Yes. The fact that Jimmy laughed to himself was the part that got me.
I just like why? Like why? Oh Lord.
Yeah. Every adjective you could really think of. Yeah. I love the fact that SRS shut that shit down immediately. He was like, no, I'm not gonna let y'all work your audience, work your fans, because that's disgusting. That's icky.
You can see now, man. They've already got WWE blood written they got it fucking running through their veins now, and it's a part of their promos now.
Mhm.
Like it's
They got
like,
the ads during the show.
like I want to fucking throw up now when I see like these promo clips, and then you got the Mr. Money in the Bank. Like, oh God, I already got enough WWE in my life. I already got more than enough of it. I don't need it to be on multiple brands as well. But here we are. Here we are, Mr. Money in the Bank.
Here we are. Nutty saying SP3 should not show up next week and tell the dirt sheets to tell people he's legit pissed. TNA style. Absolutely. I'm telling everybody. I'm going to tell all the dirt sheets. I'm going to have Fightful. I'm going to have Sean Ross Sapp do a report. But he'll just tell me to fuck off and then tell everybody that I'm working everybody. What dirt sheet would believe me? Well, I'll call Sports Kita. I'll call Sports Kita.
I'm just saying, thank God we got other shit to watch. Because when I tell you, because mind you, I'm not gonna cap on y'all. Like, I haven't had, like, I guess my time structure has really been fucked up for the past like month. So I haven't been able to like steadily watch AEW on Wednesday nights. Mm-hmm. But my God, was that a breath of fresh air on fucking Wednesday? Oh my God.
You know what's funny though, JJ? I said this on the Fightful post show after TNA that yes, it was a great show on Wednesday, but we do see a lot of great shows. We do see a lot of good shows. WWE in the year 2025, we see a lot of boring shows, but I don't know if we have seen the amount of stupid booking decisions and idiotic stuff and lack of wrestling that was that TNA Impact show this week. I told everybody on the TNA post show on Fightful, I was like, I needed this. I needed a palate cleanser because I had this incredible show on Wednesday night that I needed to balance the world and see some utter shit the following night. And I was happy. I was laughing hysterically at the end of TNA Impact this week. I enjoyed myself. This is the TNA that I love.
No. You're not doing that. No, you're not fucking doing that. You're not going to sit here and fucking lie to me and tell me this is the TNA that I love when they are now infected by the WWE blood. You are not doing that. No. The TNA I love died more than a decade ago. I don't know what the fuck this iteration is, but it's an iteration. It's still branded total nonstop action, but I don't know what the fuck this is. My TNA died a long time ago.
TNA. NXTNA.
It's a full infection of WWE. Like it's bigger than a fungus. Like it's bigger than an ulcer. Like there's no medicine. It's almost like you just gotta cut it out. Just rebrand the bitch at this point. And especially after who returned to TNA. No. Yeah. So it's a story when the guy gets fired, and then it's like this amazing celebration story when he returns to TNA, and the Rascals are all back now.
Well, to be fair, he didn't sign. It was like a one-off.
Oh my fucking God, that makes it even worse. That makes it even fucking worse. So basically, people that casually doesn't get to see that show often, essentially you just blue-balled your fans to give you a one-off, and then it'd be cool to see him back in there fighting. Oh no, he ain't coming back. That's it. It's one and done. Yeah. Love that. Love that.
And yes, I do remember Rachel saying it in the chat that her prediction was Cody versus Randy at Mania. She's saying it looks like my prediction on Cody versus Randy at Mania, because where is Randy? They are also stalling Cody versus Drew for future date, as if it isn't already stale. Yo, it is ridiculous, Rachel, that they have honey dipped us the Cody Randy matchup for 2 years. 2 years. And then gave it to us in the King of the Ring final, to the point that I don't even want to see the rivalry now. You've honey dicked us way too long that you missed the peak of my interest in Cody versus Randy. They're going to have to go to real extremes to get me interested again. And you're 1000% right. They are stalling Cody and Drew. It's been stale since Cody pinned him at WrestlePalooza. Yet that was 2 matches ago. They've wrestled 3 times in the last what, 2 months? 3 times in the last 2 months. They'll probably face that Saturday night's main event in December. Now that they're going to be a part of the War Games, they'll probably save their blow off for the Saturday night's main event for Ceno's final matchup. But damn, why does WWE? Why does all these feuds? He has not ended a feud at the crescendo, at the peak of the feud since Punk and Drew.
Why? I'm genuinely curious. Why honey dick Cody and Randy? Why? For what? When it happens, it ain't gonna be the biggest feud of all time.
No.
What do we the point of this stalling shit? The only thing that they have that they can stall that is true big money, regardless of when it happens, is Cody Roman. That's the
they also got Roman and Punk. It's those three guys. Guys. It's any combination of those guys. It's Cody, Roman, and Punk. Any combination of those 3 guys are the money matchup. Everything else, we're stalling for no reason.
I think and you definitely right about the Punk one, because I'm just lost for understanding as to why are we prolonging this for so long. And Randy Orton is not getting any younger.
No. And
he's not really getting much healthier. So it's dog, fucking get it done while he can still do this at a very high level. And he's just gonna fucking waste all of this time, and then we'll get Cody Cena 1.
And then what's the result there? Is it Cody wins? LOL. Cody wins another one. You take you build up. You drag this out for 2 years for Cody to just retain. But JJ, hey JJ, think about
it.
This.
Is so possible.
But really think about this. That's actually the better option, because is it gonna, how bad is it gonna look for Cody Rhodes back-to-back WrestleMania losing to the old fucks from the past generation?
I mean, this is why it's a double-edged sword. It's you lose and you lose.
Exactly.
This is a double-edged loss. There's no winning. There's no winning formula in this situation. There genuinely isn't. All you it's you're trying to make Cody this all-timer, but then you nuke him at the worst possible moments. Yeah. And then we're supposed to believe the rise or the retention. How many times? This ain't how it used to be back then. You can only finish a story so many times. That there's only that one book is done. All them other sequels, most people don't read chapters 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They get through the first 3 and they good. They done.
And really, look at the last time WWE really did this successfully, because we can't really go back to the Roman, because none of the Roman Reigns title runs, when they were really building him up as the big dog, were really worth any of a fuck. So we really have to go back to Cena, when they crowned Cena in 2005. What did they do with them? They had him, the JBL rematch. Then they did the Jericho and Christian feud, and then that went into the Jericho feud. But you have Jericho, you got Kurt Angle, you got Triple H. These are the people that he's feuding with. He's feuding with the top stars at that time. And then eventually, the following year, he finds the rival that can make his whole run and solidify him as a main eventer. And that was Edge, where they both solidified each other as top guys in the company. Cody doesn't have that. Cody was made by Roman. Roman star power basically passes the torch to Cody. But Cody, he's faced established talent like AJ Styles, like Drew McIntyre more recently. Kevin Owens' rivalry is probably the one that stands out the most.
That one right there could have done it. That could have been the one. That could have been the one to turn them both into the highest. But unfortunately, Kevin got hurt. But that one could have done it. Because not only were they so fucking like believable as what they was like angry with each other about on TV, their matches were fucking awesome.
Yeah. That could have been a one, but it felt so brief in comparison to like something like the Cena feud from this year that went on for months, but we got a great match by the end of it, but not really worth a damn in regards to how memorable that feud is going to be for good reasons. It's not really that much.
Yeah. I mean, but the Cena, it's like, but the Cena one is not going to be long term. So it's not something that can drag out over 2-3 years. This was literally a 2025 special, and that's it. Kevin Owens and Cody could have went at it for a span of multiple like seasons and years and WrestleManias broken apart. Like that nucleus could have been absolutely special for Cody, and that element is now gone. They're going to try to have something to that element of Drew McIntyre, but the Drew McIntyre trigger is always empty. They never pull a trigger with Drew McIntyre for some strange fucking reason. That is the one that they honey dick everybody on too much. Now it's
he's not a Triple H guy. I think that we need to realize, we need to actually be honest with ourselves, honest with Drew. He's not a Triple H guy. It's quite obvious at this point.
But it's so obviously fucked up. Like it's so like
definitely is.
He literally has everything you have to need to be a legit superstar. Drew McIntyre is everything. He's everything. He's great on social media. He's amazing on the mic. His matches are more than serviceable. His character work is top notch. His look is fucking phenomenal. Like, he's literally the perfect superstar. But no. Anytime we get him close, get him closer, but not to the goal. Closer, but not to the goal. It's like the fact that they haven't serviced this man after fucking doing what they did to him at WrestleMania 40 is fucking laughable. It is laughable that this has been going on for a year and a half with him, and he hasn't seen a reward of any sort yet, of any championship, of any like prime story. But now we're just gonna throw him in War Games.
Hey, just throw.
Yo,
he's in another main event.
Give Jey Uso fucking multiple title opportunities and a title reign that apparently no one wanted.
We do got a super chat donation here for another one from our boy Negro Buck Nick Jackson, who says the TNA I loved died when they tried to get AJ fucking Styles to take a 60% pay cut. Dead and gone, like that T.I. song. Laughing emoji.
Like, do we realize that CM Punk already has as much championship victories as Drew McIntyre?
Well, I mean, CM Punk, he did have a head start, to be fair.
Really? Drew McIntyre won his first championship during the pandemic. I'm talking about WWE run, not CM Punk's I'm talking just from the time CM Punk returned.
Oh, from the time CM Punk returned. Yeah, he has 2.
And Drew has 1.
No, Drew. Well, you mean in the time since CM Punk has been back?
Yeah.
Oh, just that time? Yeah, Drew has 1. So.
And it was 5 minutes.
Yeah, they both had 5-minute runs.
But CM Punk has a second. He has a second.
CM Punk's a bigger star.
Justice for Drew. Justice for fucking Drew. Like, this man has done any and every fucking thing that this fucking company has asked this man to do. He has, it's just fucking laughable to me. This is fucking laughable.
Negro Buck says, being a Drew McIntyre fan is torture at this point. Really makes me sad that he didn't get that world title reign in front of fans.
CM Punk won it twice in front of fans.
This is true. We do have another super chat.
Actually annoying. And mind you, CM Punk is a fucking babyface. It's a lot easier to put the title on a heel. And Drew has still gone 5 years for a 5-minute pre-nut. Got it. So he got to stick it in, and then he got to pre-cum, and then he had to hold it now for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Call me Mr. Bonda says total nonstop sabotage. Am I right? Yeah. At this point, you have to be like, is TNA purposely trying to sabotage themselves, or is someone doing it for them? We will determine that on today's show. But let's get into what we missed before we do that. What?
We for real? They're not trying to sabotage themselves. They're infected. They are infected.
TNA has been trying to sabotage themselves for the better part of 20 years.
All right, we're not. No, don't throw. No, this is 2 separate TNAs. This is 2 separate TNAs.
It's still the same TNA to me. But we got our Tru Heel roll call. Shout out those who support us across social media and here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. Our Tru Heel roll call. We got our top 3 conversation starters from our Tru Heels group page, our Tru Heel Trinity. We got Jermaine Packman, we got Joe Bellini, and Stewie John Palmer. Patreon backers, we got Vala, we got Negro Buck Nick Jackson, we got Professor Chris, Trey, Robert, Steve, Ladarius, John Martin, Dolores, James, Allen, Santo, Justin, and Chuck Berries. Thank you so much for supporting us over at patreon.com/Tru Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here. But without further ado, let's get into what we missed. And we're going to start off with AEW this week, as we had last Saturday, the final go-home show before Blood and Guts with AEW Collision. They did 289,000 viewers, which was slightly up from the week prior. The show featured Roderick Strong pulling off one of his biggest wins in AEW yet, beating Jon Moxley in an excellent main event via countout, thanks to an assist from Darby Allin to give the conglomeration team the advantage in the men's Blood and Guts. Post-match, Darby used a taser on the Death Riders before escaping through the crowd to close the program. Over on the women's side, you had Jamie Hayter picked up a win over Sky Blue in another rock-solid bout between the two ladies, meanwhile that set up the third match for the Advantage Battle, where Tekla defeated Harley Cameron in a surprisingly decent match to give Team Triangle of Madness the advantage in the women's Blood and Guts. We had a big upset on the show as the Bang Bang Gang beat FTR in a very good opener, thanks to an assist from Brodito and Jet Speed. Kyle Fletcher picked up a win over Ace Austin in an absolute banger to retain the TNT Championship. Really a coming out party for Ace Austin for his first really great matchup since signing with AEW this year. And that all set the stage for this past Wednesday, Greensboro, North Carolina, AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts. The show was up big first time AEW has done over 600,000 viewers under the new Nielsen rate, as you have the show featuring the first ever women's Blood and Guts, where Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, Triangle of Madness, featuring Sky Blue with one of the greatest blade jobs in the history of our sport. Oh my God.
Bruh.
She looks
Bruh.
beautiful.
I need shirts printed ASAP when she posed with that shot.
Absolutely.
Oh, that needs to be a shirt, and they need to be printing it as we speak.
Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, Triangle of Madness, and Mercedes Moné defeating Mina Shirakawa, Timeless, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale, and Chris Statlander in what was an absolutely batshit insane, historic, epic, and violent women's Blood and Guts matchup. I think this is easily one of the best Blood and Guts that AEW has done. It had it all: barbed wire bats, barbed wire kendo sticks. You had that bloodshed by Sky Blue. You had Marina Shafir being an absolute badass and bringing out a bed of nails for Chris Statlander and then throwing her socks on her. You had Timeless Toni Storm busting out the Taipei death match with the glass on her fist. You had Tekla and Julia Hart escaping the cage through the little hole truss. You had a mirror being broken out with Timeless Toni Storm getting a mirror cracked over her head. And just when it looked like Mina Shirakawa could get the submission win for her team, Marina Shafir stomps her bare feet on glass to stomp the chest of Mina Shirakawa, then lock her in mother's milk, while the rest of the Triangle of Madness held on to Timeless Toni Storm, making her watch, while Megan Bayne gave Mina Shirakawa the similar beating that Mariah May gave Timeless Toni Storm just last year, whipping her with one of Mercedes' many title belts, forcing Storm to surrender for her team, giving the heels the victory in what was one of the best celebrations of the AEW women's division that we have probably ever seen. Just a great matchup, really stole the show to a lot of people on Wednesday, but it was just a night full of great matches, because the buffer match, the in-between match to the women's and men's Blood and Guts was this fucking banger of Falls Count Anywhere matchup.
Breathe, huh?
Hangman Adam Page scores a victory over Powerhouse Hobbs in this Falls Count Anywhere matchup, which on a night that had 2 Blood and Guts, JJ, we had the sickest bump in this match. That backdrop where Powerhouse Hobbs landed and bounced on his black ass.
Dog. You would have thought there was a trampoline under him. Nope, that was the floor.
My Lord, what a matchup. Hangman Adam Page adding to his great resume that has been 2025, sending Powerhouse Hobbs crashing and burning through multiple tables and the production set to pick up the win. But post-match, Katsuyori Shibata attacked him, came out Samoa Joe, who demanded the steel cage be lowered onto them, but it was Eddie Kingston and Hook who made the save. This led to Hangman telling Joe that if he wanted a steel cage match, all he had to do was ask, dumbass. So it will be Hangman versus Joe 2 inside of a steel cage at AEW Full Gear. We had a really fun, to me, promo segment with Ricky Steamboat returning to Greensboro, but he was interrupted by FTR and Stokely Hathaway after Hathaway disrespected Steamboat by asking for Macho Man's number. FTR insulted and dissed the Dragon as well. Steamboat tried to leave. He tried to, discretion is the better part of valor, his way out of this whole thing. But FTR would, of course, attack instead, being the great heels that they are, leading to Brodito to make the save ahead of their Full Gear title defense. And then finally, just to cap things off, there was the men's Blood and Guts matchup, which was every bit as insane every bit as crazy, every bit as wild as the women's matchup, but had a totally different story to it, as it was the baby faces who had the advantage in this matchup, but they had to basically finagle a whole story where the Don Callis family attacked Mark Briscoe backstage. This left the baby faces alone. You had Jon Moxley coming in here being an absolute beast. You had Claudio Castagnoli tossing fools, a double swing.
This was straight man-made right here. Like, you got two grown men on you, bro, and you just swinging these niggas, bro. Like, oh man.
And then fucking launches Darby from one ring to the other. You get Jon Moxley, who comes in here like a maniac with a fork. He stabs a fucking diabetic, and the diabetic looks like this. Oh my god, he looked like he just had a paper cut, but he's a diabetic. They bleed a lot, folks. That was Kyle O'Reilly. Eventually, Mark Briscoe would make his way down, and that would lead to Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, and the conglomeration beating the Death Riders in a truly phenomenal men's blood and guts matchup that featured blood, that featured forks, that featured fights on top of the cage, featured a meat hook that brought up steel chairs to the top of the cage, tables, thumbtacks, skateboards. You had staples. You had Orange Cassidy's hands being stapled into his pockets. The return of Gabe Kidd, who lit tables on fire for Pac to deliver a gorilla press off the entrance tunnel to Darby Allin through the flaming tables. But through it all, the Death Riders could not make the other team surrender. They could not make them submit. Kyle O'Reilly telling Jon Moxley, fuck you, buddy, because he's Canadian. And eventually this would lead to Orange Cassidy leading the comeback, breaking his hands out of his pockets, hitting an orange punch onto Jon Moxley, leading to Kyle O'Reilly, giving us one of the best finishes to a blood and guts war games ever. I'm telling you, JJ, this submission exchange, oh my god, I felt like I was watching a last second basketball game where it's going back and forth, where two players are just hitting baskets back and forth, and it goes down to the last minute. I'm on my couch being like, please tap out, Moxley tap out, and then he taps out. I'm like, yeah, my team won. Let's go. Kyle O'Reilly scores the biggest win of his AEW run, leading the conglomeration to victory, making Jon Moxley quit on the Death Riders yet again. I said it on Thursday on AE Ramble. I will say it here. This is 1-2. I won't really argue with you. For me, the second best Dynamite of the year behind Spring Breakthrough, but I'm not going to argue with you if you say it's the best, because the two blood and guts delivered. The Falls Count Anywhere was just as great as those matches. This was a no-miss show for me. I didn't have a lot to complain about.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to say, for me, 10 out of 10 show. This was the show of the year for me. Just period. Like, this was batshit crazy for 2.5 hours. Like, for 2.5 hours, this shit was truly nonstop. Like, the women's match, the women's blood and guts match. Oh my god. That shit was phenomenal. And the fact that they literally used every inch of both rings. They used every even outside. Like when they went through that fucking little tunnel, I was like, yo, these chicks are different. They are different. And say what anybody wants, the greatest flex in the history of pro wrestling. Mercedes Mone handed her entire fucking team championship belts.
And I love
fucking time.
I do love how it was Chekhov's gun, where they brought it in so early, but you didn't know that was going to be a part of the finish, and then it was part of the finish, and how it played into the character of Timeless Tony Storm. This was great.
The match itself was fucking bad. This is Marina Shafir's wheelhouse. Like, this was
Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne were the stars of this match.
Yeah, this was home. So I'm not taking anything away from Sky Blue as well.
Oh yeah, Sky Blue. Sky Blue was an MVP. That blade job. Oh my god.
I would nod all of these women as great components in this match. They all did phenomenal. Like all 12 of them. Like, and that's hard to do, to have 12
and just to mention
out in the match.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but to mention Mercedes, I thought you were going to say the biggest flex is her being in a Blood and Guts matchup and just fucking staying out the way and letting everybody else get the spotlight.
And guess who was not in the ring when they all celebrated? Because she was on.
She was out the way.
That was a huge prop, like a huge let the women shine moment. Like that was but that flex of you understand? She's the owner of all of these championships. This is not she took Sky Blue's championship. She didn't take fucking anybody else's titles. They were all hers. They were all hers. She didn't take Chris Statlander's championship. They will all belong to her. and Sky Blue is you've seen like a little Sky Blue. Like, fuck it. Like, okay, fuck it. We're gonna use these shits. And just the way it finished, just them holding Tony back and just them her, and it was the right person doing it because it was the most believable with Megan Bain doing that to Marina Shirakawa. Like that was the most believable instance because it's the baddest bitch in the ring. It's the baddest bitch in the ring. And that the
two baddest bitches. You had Marina putting her in the mother's milk at the same time. Like she's getting tortured by the two. And I love the fact that the finish works out for Mina and Tony to be the favorites to win the women's tag team tournament because they set up their two matches. If they make it past the first round against Alex Windsor and Riho, they would face either Megan Bain and Marina Shafir or Ty J. Obviously, Marina and Megan are going to win that, and that sets up the second round. And then in the finals, they could potentially face the Sisters of Sin.
And just incredible. That match was everything. Everything. That was my favorite women. Like that was my favorite women's thing that I've seen all year. Like there's been, and this is such a good nod to women's wrestling because they've had a hell of a year. A hell of a year.
This is the greatest year of the AEW women's division, and it's not even close. Like I don't know how you can even argue that this is not the greatest year for the AEW.
There's nothing to dispute there, and that's a beautiful thing. And then you go from that, trying to catch your breath, thinking you're gonna get some blase, regular ass Hangman and fucking Powerhouse Hobbs match.
Nope.
And these motherfuckers try to kill each other. These motherfuckers try to kill each other. And I know this is stadium coordinated, but I absolutely love that fucking spot where he hit him when he had that running start and hit him off with the fucking and knocked him into the fucking the production.
I love that was the finish. That was the big thing we talked about.
The entire arena flickered.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch. And then you think you got a chance for a bathroom break. You think you got a chance for a bathroom break, but then you would have missed the funniest segment of the fucking night. Like this shit had no breaks. And the men's one was also fucking amazing, like batshit crazy, like so many fucking elements. Them on top of the cage, them outside of the ring, like they used the entire building. And that shit was straight fire. Like in my opinion, just because how I just love like pure wrestling shit too, that was one of the greatest finishes I've seen in my life when Kyle O'Reilly, not a soul in America would have picked Kyle O'Reilly to tap out Jon Moxley in a blood and guts match. That was chef's kiss. That was perfection. That was like this is my show of the year. Like this was amazing. This was amazing. And the fact that it was compounded with the women's blood and guts, this is the greatest 1-2 punch I've seen from AEW in a I can't even remember a timeline, but this as a 1-2 punch, they've had great one. You could go to the pay-per-views and
they've done this twice this year, JJ. Because the reason why I said this is the second best show is because I think Spring Breakthrough from April, the week of WrestleMania, is their best Dynamite episode this year. That was a show that featured, if you remember, Mercedes Moné versus Athena for the first time. That featured Ospreay versus Takeshita in the Owen Hart Cup. That had Hangman versus Josh Alexander in its debut, and it had the Ops beating the Death Riders in the main event. Like, that was no misses, 10 out of 10 show for me. This is a 9.5, but it's like, yo, these two, they've done this twice in 1 year.
Where are you possibly taking a half a point from? This was a perfect show. There was not one bad moment in this entire show.
It's not even, it's a booking.
This is an SP nitpick coming.
Maybe it is an SP nitpick, but it is a booking choice. And I get on Triple H about it. I got on Vince about it. I will get on Tony Khan about it. Just because you have 2 War Games or 2 Blood and Guts matches doesn't mean you have to reinvent the wheel and make one with the baby faces having the advantage. It never works. Yes, they were able to create a story out of it, but it took a while for us to really get into the men's Blood and Guts. Whereas I think if the heels had the advantage, we would have got into that matchup a lot faster than we did. So that's my one nitpick. It didn't hurt the match too much. I gave the men's and the women's Blood and Guts 4 3/4 stars. It's near perfect matches.
This was amazing.
So it's not a big complaint. They were able to overcome it, but it is a nitpick.
I appreciate seeing that all together in a single show. Yeah. Like, it was a single show. This is not like, oh, this is from Revolution. This is from Double. And this was one night. This was one fucking night. Like, this was the fact that Darby Allin getting pressed up by Pac, mind you, looks like Pac ate Pac. He looks like Darby Allin getting thrown through a fucking fire table was a secondary spot of this match.
Was kind of like it really is the spot.
That's usually the highlight of a night.
But that was my highlight from the night. That's the spot that stood out the most to me. But like, it's funny because that spot is usually like maybe like the finish of the matchup. That's why in this match starts off the finishing sequence. Like, right after that spot, that's when you get the Kyle flipping off Moxley while he's in the choke with the chain around his neck. And then they're about to stomp the chair around his neck. And then Orange Cassidy does the kip up and breaks his hands out of the stapled pockets. And that starts like the real finishing sequence.
Pac looks like the fucking player you would create in like No Mercy that is jacked as all hell. He's a 99 in everything. And he's just going to wreck every person in the ring and just look casual doing it. Yeah. Like, he looks like a fucking Street Fighter. He looks like a Street Fighter 6 character. If y'all know anything about how the characters in Street Fighter 6 are built, that's what Pac looks like.
Call me Mr. Bond says men's Blood and Guts was better paced than the women's Blood one, in my opinion. I said this on Thursday, and I'll say it here. The women's Blood and Guts was the more violent spectacle of Blood and Guts. Not to say that the men weren't just as violent, just as insane, but as far as like chaotic feeling like that you want out of a Blood and Guts matchup, that women's match had it, and it had it in spades. Whereas the men's match was the better wrestled matchup. It was cleaner. There was clunkiness in the women's matchup, but that just added to
that. Just makes it feeling better to me.
Yeah,
that makes it better. Yeah, that makes it better. Like, these matches are supposed to be fucked up.
Yes, I agree. That's why I said it just added to it. That's why, Dave Meltzer gave
give this shit to WWE. That you watch how clean these matches be. These matches,
Tony is fucked up. You know Tony is fucked up though for doing this 2 weeks before War Games. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
So step the fuck up. Step the fuck up.
It's not going to be able to. They can't do what
Well,
AEW did on Wednesday.
This is what we do. Now fucking do it. Fucking do it. This shit, that shit gonna be ass on the other side. Like, because now what I love is that now AEW has created an expectation for me going into those matches. And I'm not saying that it's going to live up to them, but give me half of it. Give me half of it.
Yeah.
Just give me half of it, and I will be satisfied. Nothing lower than that. Nothing lower than half. Like, those two matches that takes place at Survivor Series better be batshit fucking crazy. But watch them shits be as normal as fucking possible, and you'll get like a 3-minute burst at the end and get your little climatic finish and blah, blah, and here we go, normal WWE programming. This here that just happened on Wednesday was not normal programming. Going batshit, balls to the wall, and yes, we do have a pay-per-view in 10 days.
Yo, that's insane.
Like,
turn around and do a pay-per-view.
Like that shit right there is a fucking bench. That when you are saying like like when we are giving shows grades and you get that needs to change your score. That needs to change your score system a little bit, because when you give shits 8s, 9s, you're saying it's close to that. You're saying it's close to that. So start thinking about those grade scores going forward.
Hey, I am going to be thinking about what I'm going to give Survivor Series, because I'm like, this is not as good as this. Davion says Spring Breakthrough is better than Blood and Guts, but I'll be damned if I didn't say Blood and Guts didn't go crazy. Yeah, like I said, I won't argue with you.
I would never argue with anybody that says that, but I personally genuinely enjoyed Blood and Guts more, because it was the first time you got all of these women doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then you followed it up with a main event that could have fucking headlined a pay-per-view with Powerhouse and Hangman.
Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs looked incredible in that match.
And then what's supposed to be your intermission with FTR, Steamboat, and that was supposed to be your intermission. That's supposed to be your intermission. And then you get one of the best endings to a Blood and Guts match you're ever gonna see, with the underdog of Kyle O'Reilly fucking tapping out, literally, arguably AEW's biggest fucking star in the middle of the fucking ring in full blood. And then when he had the bulldog choke on him to that same man with a fucking chain around his fucking face, flip that bitch off. Like, you ain't getting me under, and you have to kill me to win this match. You have to kill me to win this match. So, like, for me personally, like, I enjoyed, like, the batshit craziness of Blood and Guts, this version of it, more than Spring Break. But if you like Spring Break more, I will not argue with you at all.
I think the right answer is, like, there's 3 episodes of Dynamite that I would legitimately say are, like, all-timers. That if we did a breakdown, like, what's the greatest episodes of Dynamite ever, I think this year alone has had 3 of those that would be probably in people's top 15, top 20. That's Spring Breakthrough, that is Blood and Guts from this past Wednesday, and the Arena Mexico show, Grand Slam Mexico. Those 3 shows are all-timer AEW episodes.
This was amazing. And I'm so great. You know what, SP? I'm grateful for you to actually start the show on such a positive note, because I know that we're going to be going very, very downhill from we're going to be going very downhill. But starting off on this high, this is wrestling. This is wrestling. Like, this is the shit that all of that fucked up, stupid, amazing, boring, dumb, that amazing part is what we got on Wednesday.
Davion with a good question. He says, what are y'all favorite Blood and Guts matches since AEW have been doing them? I'll be damned if this Wednesday didn't have 2 of the best. If I'm excluding the 2 from Wednesday, I'd probably say I'll probably say either the Elite versus BCC, because they just had a bunch of just straight up some of the best wrestlers in that matchup, because Brian gets injured and he's replaced by Takeshita. And they put Pac in that for like no reason. They put Ibushi on the Elite side. That had some of the best wrestlers. I think the best story outside of Wednesday's matches, the best story in Blood and Guts was the first Blood and Guts of the Puerto Rican Combat Club versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. That's the big spot where Eddie throws Sammy off of the top of the cell. That has the ending where Eddie is trying to submit Jericho, but Claudio puts Daddy Magic in the sharpshooter, and Daddy Magic submits before Jericho can. Thus, Eddie is not really given his true revenge and has to continue feuding with Jericho, which really starts the Eddie and Claudio rivalry that we would eventually see in 2023. So, yeah, that one, outside of the 2 on Wednesday, I think the 2 on Wednesday is the 2 best that AEW have ever done. I would put the women's slightly ahead of the men's, but maybe tomorrow I'll put the men's slightly ahead of the women's. But those are 1 and 2. And then I would say the 2022 Puerto Rican Combat Club versus Jericho Appreciation Society is 3rd.
Yeah, I agree with them as individuals. Like I think that that Jericho Appreciation one was fucking nuts. But maybe it's just me. But as a combination of them two having such great matches in the same night, it's just going to be really hard for me to put something over that duo. Because that is just, that is, I don't know how the fuck the women are going to outdo themselves next year. I don't know how they're going to do it. Like, this was fucking phenomenal. And what you just said, I don't know on a given day which one I'm going to like more. Like, do I like the women's one more or do I like the men's one more? Like, for me, I like the women's one a little bit more just because of how they just let it all hang. Like, they didn't hold back in any way, shape, or form. They all fucking, like, yo, Chris Statlander landed on a bed of nails. Like, what?
Yeah.
Not even any of the dudes landed on the bed of nails in the match.
Yeah.
And just to create, like, fucking Marina Shafir fucking just stepping on fucking bare glass with her feet and then fucking kicking somebody with like this shit. Like, I enjoyed that just conglomerate so much more than the men's one, but that men's finish, it's one of the greatest.
Oh, man.
That men's finish.
The only finish that is better than it, period, this year is also John Moxley. It's the finish to Hangman and Moxley from All In, Texas. Moxley, like 2 weeks ago, when they did that Don Callis Summit, I came up on AE Rambo on this channel. I was like, Kazuchika Okada is the best character in AEW, best character in wrestling. He only held that for like 2 weeks. John Moxley is the best character in wrestling right now. The fact that he is this big bad boss who's a manipulator, who can finagle people, get people to do stuff for him. But ever since All In, we've been seeing that when it all comes down to it, when he loses, all of his devices, all of his things that he uses to get an advantage, and it is about him and the other person, he's a coward. He will always quit. He will always tap out. That is a great heel. That is a great top heel to have.
Yeah. Like, it's just, I think this is like the good argument about having like when you put great on great, it just now becomes to what flavor you like more. It just becomes to what flavor you like more, because I'm not going to argue with you if you go on one side, and you can't, and it doesn't make sense to argue with me going on the other side, because it's like, if I like that more, I like that more. If you like this more, you like this more. And that Wednesday was a beautiful example of what it should be when it's advertised as that. It was advertised as blood and guts. And that's exactly what the fuck you got.
Indeed. And
let's see if War Games becomes War Games.
Well, don't hold your breath. Let's see what the third member. Let's see if our third member of the team agrees with us. The princess of all the true heels is here, Miss Krssi Luv. How are you feeling?
Hi guys, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's my first time using my AirPods, so I was like, I hope they work. If not, then I'll go back to old school wire ones. But anywho,
you sound phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys look great. Happy to see you both. Happy Saturday, everybody. Sorry for my tardiness. My person was late today, so which let me be late. I'm so sorry. But I don't know how War Games is even gonna like follow up to Blood and Guts. I don't even know if it can even have the I don't see it happening. I'm so sorry. Maybe the ladies can, but then that's like, but like Blood and Guts delivered beyond. They didn't have a build, but they was like, that's okay. Stay right here. We'll show you. We don't have a half a build because we're going to give you a crazy fucking match. And that's what they did on Wednesday night. We don't have to have a build. No problem. And I think that's the AEW MO at this point in the game. Like we always say, they don't build up to anything. They don't build up to anything. But when the matches come, the matches come.
Yeah.
Just
that's it. With the women's division are able to overcome some of the booking issues with AEW.
Yes.
I don't always say. I think they did. I think they, in general, especially this year, they've done a good job of building up to stuff. It's just the women's division doesn't always kind of gets the short end of the stick, but they're always able to overcome it because of performances.
Exactly. Like they put a little like the way you're right. Your words are way better, SP. They don't give the ladies much, but when it's time for the ladies to go, they come to work.
Yeah.
You want us to work? I said, no problem. We got this.
Before you came on, that this was like a big celebration for the AEW women's division, and JJ put it best that this year is the greatest year for the AEW.
For the women, yes.
And we don't Mercedes with all her titles to Timeless Toni Storm and the great year that she's had, a Wrestler of the Year campaign.
Yes.
Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander have taken steps up. Megan Bain has been like a revelation.
Oh my God, they made Megan look like a monster. Ugh.
Yeah, but Megan Bain is a monster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Sky
yes.
Blue,
that's what's
Sky Blue was the MVP of the whole thing for me. I'm sorry.
And he was giving like his goats to the match. I'm like, yo, you can't leave Sky Blue out of this shit.
You can't leave Sky Blue stood there and she was just dripping. She had like that Becky look when Becky broke her nose. I was like, that's that Sky Blue. Like she just stood there like that. I was like,
that pose. That pose. If that pose is on a shirt, I'm copping it.
I need that. I need that on a shirt. I need that on a shirt.
And I don't want a regular image of her blood. Has
to
have that pose.
Yes. Have her standing there just like that. It was one of the guys in the chat. I think they said it was like blood and booty or something like that. Y'all was saying that in the chat or whatever for the ladies.
Blood and ass. Blood and ass. I mean, drunk guy JJ.
It was blood and ass. It was lots of ass. I was in that ring. But again, the women they don't give the women much. But when they say women, we need you to go out there and deliver. All they do is like, okay, which women mostly do all the time. You don't give us much. We make lemon out of lemonades, and we go and we deliver.
And
so bravo to all of those women.
What you just said prior to that is they didn't get much of a build for the match. And for somebody like me, I haven't seen AEW in.
Uh-oh. Did he freeze?
I think he did freeze. Yeah, he did freeze. It was selling.
He got caught. He grabbed the last word he was gonna say.
I think I froze for it. Yeah, I was like, I'm
he was froze. Yep.
Shit. So I was like, I haven't seen.
They knew you was cooking. They knew you was cooking.
That's
was
it.
Like for me, I haven't seen AEW in like the better part of like 3 to 4 weeks. So I didn't see the build up. I just saw the action.
The action, yeah.
And that for me, like why it was that much more satisfying. Because I didn't.
Yeah. It's true. Up there you go again. They don't want him to be great, yo. They don't want him to be great. It's Triple H. It's Paul. Paul is upset.
I see now I didn't have to call Verizon on the weekend, but now I gotta call Verizon on the weekend. Because
Triple H is like, yo, chill, y'all waxing lyrically about this show.
I think this is something to do. Yeah, WWE's definitely got something to do with this. Because now all of a sudden,
we're giving them too much,
watch how crystal clear it ends up being when we start talking about that bullshit over there.
Oh, of course.
Right.
But let's talk about some news coming out of Blood and Guts and how these competitors are doing after the Blood and Guts. A new report has an update on the conditions of Sky Blue, Jamie Hayter, and more coming out of AEW Blood and Guts. As noted, Team Mercedes Moné was victorious in the women's Blood and Guts match. Fightful Select has updates on Sky Blue and Jamie Hayter. According to the report, Hayter got a bit banged up and may have suffered several chipped teeth. Might have come from Megan Bain launching a chair at her face when she couldn't see it because a garbage can was in front of her, or when she decided to fucking fall down the steel steps like it was regular, like it was something regular, and she crashed and burned into the barricade. The report notes that according to one person, she was quote unquote as badass as you would expect about it. Blue is reportedly okay after the match. Sky Blue was bleeding heavily throughout the matchup and wore a full-on crimson mask. I said top 3 blade job of all time. The report adds that from the Hangman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs match had no serious injuries. Things were fine outside of both men being sore. No word yet on the condition of the men's Blood and Guts competitors. The report also notes that less people than normal traveled to the show because there was only 3 matches. AEW Collision is live tonight, and thus there were no tape matches. So it seems like mostly there's no major injuries coming out of Blood and Guts, which AEW should count their blessings for, because goddamn, there could have been. Meanwhile, as far as the injury update, someone who wasn't a part of Blood and Guts was Queen Aminata. She was revealed why she wasn't cleared for Blood and Guts, noting that she hopes to be back in 2 to 3 weeks. As reported, Aminata was pulled from a match on last week's Dynamite as well as Blood and Guts, and it was noted at the time she was not medically cleared. She posted a new vlog discussing her injury. She noted she was not cleared due to tightness in her neck. I was not cleared because my neck is so tight. I cannot turn my head. Now I can move it a little bit. Because of that, I got taken out of the match today, and that resulted in me being taken out of Blood and Guts. She continued, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. Safety comes first. I'd rather be out 2 to 3 weeks than out for 6 months. It hurts because I feel like I've put in the work to be part of this historic moment in women's wrestling. I'm disappointed, but I know the medical team at AEW are trying their best to make me understand that they are doing this for my own good and well-being. No word on when Aminata will return. And of course, Mina Shirakawa replaced her inside of the women's Blood and Guts matchup.
Well, that makes sense now. I was like, why they gotta get our girl out of it like that? I was like, this was her time to shine, and this is what happened. But whatever.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
Mina Shirakawa being added to that match was such a wonderful ingredient.
Made for the finish.
So timing, her time will come. Oh, they
got it.
We copping today. We are copping today. Hell yeah.
I'll say, JJ, tell me how much. I'm gonna sell you the money right now.
It's 20. It's actually 20, like $30.
Okay.
Oh, that's quite affordable compared to WWE shirts nowadays. So
$50 for their shirts, and then talk about, you get 25% off on this episode of Raw. Fuck you.
They don't even do those episodes like that no more.
Yo, I haven't bought a WWE shirt in good Lord, no.
Not for nothing. I actually threw a lot of them away.
Komi Misabanda says Jamie Hayter to win her AEW Women's World Championship back in 2026. I'll be okay with that, but I think Megan Bayne needs to be the next AEW Women's World Champion.
Yeah.
After that match,
you need a good. You need a real good heel. You need a real good heel.
I was like Megan Bayne should win this title, and then Willow should beat Megan Bayne for the title. I was like, that is how I would do it. How I would book it. Marina Shafir, though, she might be the most improved player for this AEW women's division.
Yeah,
she went
the
from
fact that she took her socks off,
boring squash matches on ROH to freaking being the star in this Blood and Guts, and yeah, the sock spot was hilarious.
The sock spot was like, okay, hold on, let me take my socks off and throw them at you. Like, hold on, wait, like. What?
Just straight, that's a straight action. That's an action middle finger right there.
Yeah, like
middle finger right there.
Like, hold on 1 second.
Oh, hell no. Our producer's saying they got to change Marina's music. Hell no. If you don't want no problem, I like her music. Fuck that. Makes her feel like a gangster. Oh, fuck that.
I'm cool with her music. Actually, I'm actually cool with her music. I was ready to rock. I was ready to fucking bang out to that shit. Like, I was like, this is.
She used to have awful music. She used to have like a violin music. Like this music is
violin music.
Yes.
Oh, that was some straight. That was some straight gangbanger music right there.
Exactly.
Now I didn't know. What's the name was diabetic. So I watched your stream the other day.
Yes, I was yelling at the TV screen, Krssi. I was like, that man's a diabetic.
I've never seen him with like the thing on his arm or like on his butt like that. I've never seen like. So that was interesting to hear that he's a diabetic, and it makes sense like why so often like either he's like one sick or like two he's injured, like things of those matters like go into effect on why he doesn't always wrestle all the time. But yeah, he was MVP of that one too.
Active.
He's been good. He's been good. Yeah, he's been good. He's been I don't agree with Jimmy. He was like, why did he have to get the win? Like, I was like, give him some shine. They never let those guys get any shine. Like, come on, Jimmy.
Why I appreciated the fucking finish to the men's that
much. Correct. Yes, it adds to another story.
Like you
levels to this.
You gotta understand the pedestal, like the level of elevation that has done for Kyle O'Reilly in that moment.
Yes.
Fucking magic. Now I want to see what Kyle O'Reilly does next.
Correct. Yeah.
And they built to that moment perfectly the last month. How he punched the referee in that first matchup to then tapping out in this one. It just worked out so well. But that is not one of the bigger news points of the week. We got two back-to-back that was much bigger, and it concerns AEW as well as Chris Jericho has let us know the biggest hint yet. He is heading to WWE. Chris Jericho was joined by none other than WWE Hall of Famers Bully Ray, a.k.a. Bubba Ray Dudley, and Devon Dudley, Team 3D, a.k.a. the Dudley Boys, and the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, on this week's Talk is Jericho to discuss their final match, the one final table matchup at last month's Bound for Glory. Jericho notably had a high praise for the pay-per-view and the crowd in attendance. At Bound for Glory, the Hardys beat Team 3D in a tables match, successfully defending the WWE, NXT, and TNA World Tag Team titles. Praising the final matchup between the Hardys and Team 3D, Jericho said, "Let me tell you what I think from my point of view, just a couple of observations, then you guys can take over. As most of us, we wrestle a lot for many years, decades. It's pretty rare to actually watch wrestling. It's just kind of how it is. I don't think I've watched an Impact or, a TNA match in ages, if not this decade at all. I was so impressed. Well, first of all, you guys had a match. I wasn't even in the match, and it was the beginning part before you guys even locked up. It was the end part after it happened. Like that, I'm getting literal goosebumps. That's pro wrestling in its ultimate form. That's all that matters, is that emotion and that reaction." Chris Jericho also shared his praise for the crowd at the event, remarking the crowd looked huge and was like a WWE level crowd. He said, and I quote, "That crowd looked huge. It looked huge. It was like a WWE level crowd. That place was packed." Jericho is currently still under contract with AEW, also compared the crowd at the building for Bound for Glory to some of the more recent AEW Dynamite TV tapings at the 2300 Arena, ECW Arena earlier this year. He noted, "I was watching this and, I'm not saying anything out of school here, but comparing it to watching Dynamite when they were at the ECW Arena, which looked like a Tony Cordello taping, sorry, it did." Chris Jericho also praised how TNA Wrestling looked with the event, saying that with Bound for Glory, TNA looked like the second biggest company in the world. The former AEW World Champion continued. He said, TNA looked like the second biggest company in the world, And that was amazing. And the presentation was amazing. He later added, it looked like a WrestleMania. It really did. As previously reported, TNA Bound for Glory drew an announced attendance of 7,794. However, later documents released by the University of Massachusetts Lowell said that the tickets sold for the show, mind you, it was announced, 7,794 people. The tickets sold for the event was 5,554. Also, the venue operator, the Oakview Group, said that the event had a turnstile count, the number of tickets used, of 6,137. Jericho's comments praising TNA, seemingly mocking AEW's attendance at the ECW Arena, are very interesting, amid recent talk that he might be heading back to WWE when his current AEW deal expires at the end of the year. It was also reported last month by Fightful Select that several global and national companies are interested in working with Jericho once his AEW contract expires, including WWE. Chris Jericho has not appeared on AEW television since April of this year. It's unknown if and when he will be making his AEW return. Tony Khan, in an interview, said last month that he would love to see Jericho back in AEW at any time. So, Krssi Luv, what do you think about Chris Jericho's comments about TNA looking like the second biggest promotion in the world, complimenting the Bound for Glory attendance, insulting AEW Dynamite attendance, and do you think that this pretty much confirms 100% he's heading to WWE?
It just tells us more and more that he's such a troll. And I don't understand, what's this thing about, anytime you have beef with AEW, now you have to go on run. And oh my God, I love WWE. They're so great. They're the biggest thing ever. You might as well just put their dicks in your mouth now and suck all of them one by one. The fact that you said that show looked like a WrestleMania is just, it did not. It was cool. It did not look like a WrestleMania event. Stop. You let them have their moment, which they did and they had. That I'm not taking that away from them, but you're throwing so much oh my God, it just sounds like JJ's face is how I feel. I was like he's such a fucking troll.
I'm actually loving the reaction from you two and our producer backstage. This is great. Our producer, I'm going to quote our producer who just messaged us in our private chat. This manga warrior just compared TNA's biggest show of the year, which was papered by 2,000 seats and inflated, to a set of intentional ECW Arena homage tapings, all in Texas, got about 20,000. It was actually 30,000. Greater than, he meant 20,000 greater than TNA Bound for Glory's 5K. Go suck a dick, Chris. Even Wrestle Dream sold more than Bound for Glory. This was so much of the most disingenuous, tribalistic grifting that we have seen in recent memory. JJ.
And he needs to go over there with the MAGA ones because Paul is there every damn week now. He might as well live in damn leave Connecticut and live in just DC. Like suck everyone's dicks.
I'm totally expecting my feet to get cut. You know
is that
what
Miles Morales on your t-shirt, friend?
It sure is.
Oh my God, that is super dope. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
And he's wearing J's.
I love that. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Chris Jericho, at a time, was one of my absolute favorite wrestlers. Like
that part, yeah.
One of my favorites. He was literally one of my favorites. Like it was Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho. And the fall from fucking grace.
Grace, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That I have witnessed from this son of a bitch over the past like 3 to 5 years has been kind of hurtful. Because now I damn near can't stand this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it is you're too old to be doing all of this glazing. Like, why are you glazing this place so much? And what makes me so annoyed about all of this is that why is it every fucking time, and I mean every fucking time, that one of these fucking jerk-offs has to fucking make this jump or do something that is going to the next place, they all gotta take a shot at AEW. Like, why? Is because y'all are fucking scared of AEW? Y'all are fearful of AEW? You didn't think AEW would be around this long? Like, why are we fucking having to take these minimalistic, unentertaining, unuseful, nonsensical shots at what's supposed to be the second company? And then you could say on a straight face on a podcast that you know thousands to millions of people.
I see Triple H was like, he's watching. It's obvious Triple H is watching, and he is tapped in with Verizon.
See that? You see that? You can't. Yeah, you see that, right? It ain't do shit to me the entire time that y'all whole diatribes went on. But as soon as I start talking about you cocksuckers, all of a sudden I freeze. I already know somebody from the WWE is watching this and know I'm not going to glaze your fucking balls and I'm not going to fucking say praises to your piece of shit fucking antics and your fucking poor morals and your shitty ethics. I'm not fucking doing it just to make your show a better product. Go suck a dick. Like, but when you got to fucking take a shot at AEW every time that you are now going to be making a projected move, just make the fucking move.
We don't care. Just make the
move. Like it. And what even makes this more painful and more like stupid for me is now when he's taken these fucking glaze moments and he's fucking praising team, it's gonna make you say something bad about them, and there's no need to. So it's like, in counterpart to reacting to this cocksucker's fucking words, it's now, oh, they didn't really do this. They didn't really do that. TNA ain't out here fucking overglazing themselves. It's another motherfucker that don't even work there.
And the TNA was like, with their booking this week was like, we're going to teach this motherfucker to talk good about us.
It's so, and it's like, dog, you are not even fucking important enough for us to know. So you have to make your fucking sound. You have to make yourself sound important. You have to make yourself look like you're fucking interested and people are fucking invested in you. No, the fuck we're not. We're really not. But you have to say these stupid things. And he's done a job. Well done. Good job. Because now we're talking about your bitch ass. So good job. Good job, you fucking WWE cock-sucking glazer. Good job.
Yep.
So he's done his job. Good. You've done it. Mission
I hope he
accomplished.
don't think that he's gonna get the same thing that because John Cena barely got anything. So you think that Paul's gonna give you something, and you don't even like Paul.
Like,
and Paul don't like you.
I don't even care.
And that's what I'm saying. Like now everyone has like changed over a new leaf. Like the first was Punk, then is like, come on, like, are we really doing this right now?
They all realize they voted the same.
But they all then have to, at the same time, all of these motherfuckers are all of a sudden they're having to now take shots at the company.
That
John Cena voted for Trump too.
That White House New Year's Eve picture with Jericho, Triple H, and Trump is going to hit different. I can't wait. I can't wait. That Christmas party, that New Year's party that they're going to have on January 6th. I can't wait.
I have to now go in my closet and find my Jericho merchandise and burn it.
Yeah, you might as well.
We got a super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for your support. He says, I'm sorry, guys, but why are we giving so much attention to a has-been like Chris?
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, like, I don't even want to talk about it no more.
What?
If
Thank you for the super chat, though. We appreciate you.
If Goldust were returning to WWE, would he be getting this much attention? LOL.
No,
Goldust is not gonna make a show of it like Chris Jericho is.
That's also very true. You're right.
And let's be real, Chris Jericho is a much bigger star than Justin Rhodes or Goldust.
Don't even care about the comparison.
That's also very true. That's very true.
Jericho has a podcast, so of course it's going to be out on the media waves and social media, and people's going to see it. He has an Instagram that has a lot of followers, so people's going to retweet it and post about it. Post it on
that's also very true.
Very true. Sheets in the podcast and everybody to talk about it.
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes doesn't have any of that stuff, so we're not going to hear the transition. What we would like is then the transition actually just happens.
Yep. That part.
Just go.
It just happened.
Like this was an instance. This whole quote that he had was an instant of like you see like a little kid, you're minding a little kid, you're babysitting a little kid, and they think that you don't see them and they're doing something bad and you got to yell at them like, nigga, I can see you. I know what you're doing. What are you think you're hiding? You think you slick? No, I can see you. That's what I wanted to say to Jericho. Like, I can see what you're doing. Like, it's so obvious. You don't mean a goddamn word you just said. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
It was literally, we just talked about for like 10 minutes of pure nothing.
Nothing.
But it made news, so he did his job. Good job.
Yep. That's that part.
So if Jericho didn't grab all the headlines this week, you know who did? Miranda Alize and Nixon Newell go from a has-been to a never was. A recent report in the Wrestling Observer newsletter notes that the ongoing AEW situation involving independent talents Nixon Newell, who was known as Tegan Knox in WWE, and Miranda Alize, who has become a point of debate among indie wrestling promoters. The topic has raised questions about whether the controversy could influence future bookings or ticket sales on the independent scene. For those who are unaware, we did a 3 count with SP3 earlier this week with me and Josh, where we talked about Nixon Newell and Miranda Alize reportedly walking out of last week's AEW Collision tapings due to a rumored 3-minute match against Ty Mello and Anna Jay. However, Newell and Alize have since denied aspects of the report. They basically chose to leave after they felt that the 3 minutes wasn't enough for them and that it wouldn't benefit anyone in the matchup. Mind you, Nixon and Alize are not currently signed to AEW or any promotion right now, but they decided it was good enough for them. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, one person involved in the independent scene believed the increased attention around the situation may give Newell additional visibility. They note that the situation became kind of the talk in wrestling, and some indie promoters think that the controversy will help sell tickets, and there aren't just 2 random women. However, one promoter who books independent talent expressed a different view. They stated that Nixon isn't going to get work out of this. She wasn't getting work before and was crying about it. They also noted that she had trouble securing consistent bookings, citing concerns about her asking for way too much money and selling zero tickets on her name alone. The promoter even called Nixon Noel, the artist formerly known as Tegan Knox, he called her usual WWE brain rot. It remains to be seen whether Nixon Noel and Miranda Alize will return to AEW. At this point, I highly doubt it. This comes off the if you guys weren't aware, they've only had one match in AEW, which was 2 weeks ago on Collision, and apparently there was issues there where they were upset with Megan Bayne for not selling for them. And then they sandbagged Megan Bayne on a double German suplex, which Megan Bayne still bodied them and dropped them on their heads with. So
Yeah.
Megan Bayne,
Thank you, Megan Bayne,
was apparently frustrated coming out of that matchup, and then they pulled this stunt on last week's Collision, walking out and making a whole big show of it. So, what do you think about Miranda Alize and Nixon Noel? Do you think they're gonna have any kind of future on the independent scene, JJ?
Oh no, Krssi goes first on this one. Oh, Krssi goes first on this one. Because I'm still trying to figure out who they are.
These two no has been bitches got some fucking nerve. You get a job, you're paid, and you don't want 3 minutes. Who the fuck do you think you are? No one can barely remember, especially the other chick, Tegan Knox, maybe. Okay, and that's very, very little. The other bitch has no fucking, you want to follow someone that don't even have a fucking job? The audacity. How fucking dare you? And they putting you on with people that are known names. You should have did this as a whole learning. This could have been a big opportunity for you bitches, but no, you want to walk out. Who the fuck do you think you are? Y'all don't even have any names. No one remembers who you are.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what? Who the fuck are these bitches? Oh, Tegan Knox. Who? What? The injury chick that got fired? Okay. Tell me I'm wrong when I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I promise you I'm not. These two hoes got some fucking nerves because I don't understand. I don't understand how fucking dare. I don't understand I can't even say cau-casity because, matter of fact, the cau-casity of these two bitches because they have nothing.
The cau-casity.
The caucasity of these two hoes. I don't understand this.
The Caucasian audacity.
It's really real. It's very real. I promise you, it's very real. It happens. It happens a lot in life. And people that think that I don't know, these bitches is the fuck? When I heard you talk about this story, I was like, nah, son, this can't be true. And then it's on milk. Now it's so bad that people are talking about you because they didn't even know who you was, so now they have to talk about you.
Oh shit, my head hurts.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
I ain't got no follow up to that.
I'm done.
That's it. JJ got no other comments.
The cau-casity. Oh my god, cau-casity might be, yes. That is certainly, that has to be a clip. I hope our producer is putting down the timestamps. The cau-casity. Just in case Miranda Alize and Tegan Knox are watching, we got to play this.
Love do not necessarily reflect those of Tru Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates. Most of the time she's right, but this isn't one of them.
Oh, I am in 100%.
This is one of them.
I'm 100% in stand with Krssi. Krssi, can we touch this, please? That was badass.
Thank you.
You gonna leave me hanging, Krssi?
Oh, sorry. 3-point tips. I'm so sorry, babes. There we go.
There we go. Boom. You ate that.
Boom.
Fucking
Thank
ate
you.
that. You fucking ate that. No other comments needed.
We got a pair of super chat donations here from Volop first. Volop says, damn girl, hope that MAGA pussy you eating is pretty good because that's all you'll be eating from now on. Holy shit, Volop!
Who's that for? Is that for Chris Jericho?
No, that's for Miranda and Nixon. Apparently Miranda's been posting stuff and expressing her MAGA views. And it's very transphobic, apparently.
You gonna set Krssi through a fucking wall, bro. She gonna it's a fucking this is that leave her alone. She needs 5 minutes or she about to explode on these bitches.
You saw the movie. Did anyone see the movie Inside Out? Remember what's the red one? And then just like explode. That's how I feel.
Anger. Your anger.
The anger one. Yeah, I'm the anger one. Yep. Just trying to be calm, and then just like I'm just gonna like, and just like the flames is like coming out of my head.
These bitches got some fucking nerve.
Yo, they got some fucking nerve.
Vala with another super chat donation. Thank you so much, Vala, for back-to-back super chats. He says, chat can't handle the truth I drop, let alone what Krssi does. Bruh, whatever. Good for Maya World and Hyan for stepping the fuck up. Yes, it was Hyan and Maya World who stepped up at the last minute after Alize and Newell walked out. They FaceTime.
No one even knows who. First of all, you have no one even drinks Alize. So the fact that you have your name as that, and that's a stripper name and a whole drink that no one gives a fuck about any fucking more.
That's a fact. Nobody.
That is from the 90s.
Drinking like 20 years.
20 fucking. I don't even know how the fuck we was drinking it, but we drank it. You had to beat it to beat it. It was a great time. But anyway, nevertheless, no one first of all, you couldn't come up with a better name, Alize. That's not even that's a whole stripper name. A wrestler name?
That is a stripper name.
It's a drinking a stripper name. One of two things is happening. You drinking or you fucking. You can't do, but you're not. No.
You either drinking or you fucking.
And if you want Alize, I ain't fucking.
Oh man, you're making me regret not asking you to be on 3 Count with SP3 with me. We could have got all of this early in the week. This is great.
No, it was no. You needed it today. It's okay. It's all right.
Needed to build up. I needed to build up over days.
I don't know who they are.
Tegan Knox is like we barely remember her. And again, that bitch got fired, got injured. It was 1 and done, 2 gone. There you go. Alize.
There was a part in the chat where there was someone just literally just put dots across the screen because they had no points.
It's like I can't follow that.
I have no idea who he's talking about.
We got an Andrade update. Andrade El Idolo has had a saga going on over the last couple of months, and it saw another chapter develop last weekend. He was on the November 7th Crash anniversary event. Dave Meltzer had more details on Tuesday's edition of Wrestling Observer Radio. During last week's event for the Crash, which took place last week, Andrade El Idolo was reportedly there signing autographs as the main attraction for the event. However, according to Meltzer, Andrade walked out of the show due to being unhappy. Meltzer stated on Andrade El Idolo, he said Andrade was on the show, probably the main attraction on the show. He was there signing autographs and then he left. The only thing that we heard was that he was unhappy. So I don't know what the story is. His non-compete is only United States. So he can work in Tijuana. He can work in Mexico City. He was not done any Mexico City stuff, but he legally could. Of course, his non-compete is referring to a clause in his contract with WWE. After returning to AEW at the Dynamite 6th anniversary show in October, WWE reportedly sent AEW a cease and desist. Andrade El Idolo's contract situation is still up in the air since then, with people looking into it per a new report. As reported last month, WWE is enforcing a non-compete on Andrade that could keep him from competing for up to a year. This comes after the WWE star made his return to All Elite Wrestling. Andrade was released from WWE in September following a reported wellness violation. A fan question for Fightful Select Answers Q&A asked if there was an update on the situation. Sean Ross Sapp said there has not been much movement on the situation. That said, he did say that he knew people are looking into the matter. It was not stated exactly who was looking into things and in what capacity. A common consensus has been that the 1-year non-compete will be unlikely to stand because if it is unpaid, as has been reported, it impedes Andrade's ability to provide for himself in his field of business for a prohibitive long time. If the non-compete is a paid period, then that is a whole different story. That said, most reports have said Andrade is not being paid during the period. So Andrade worked only one show in Mexico so far since his WWE release, specifically for the Crash in October. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that some people are now claiming that Andrade's non-compete is worldwide and not just for the United States.
Nah, that's criminal.
Nah, yeah, yo, they are such fucking yo. Oh my god, yo.
Outside of the one Crash appearance, he has not wrestled for other promotions. Both Fightful and the Wrestling Observer newsletter believe that the non-compete would hold up in court if challenged.
If they don't leave this man alone, like, so now he can't make no money, like, at all, for a year. At all. Like, I can't even get unemployment. Like, what are we doing right now?
That can't
So I hope them settlement checks. Right, it can't be. I hope them settlement checks is coming in, them alimony checks, because I don't understand it.
Yo, he gonna make it Charlotte pay alimony for this.
Dog. There's no way you could block somebody from making money for.
She was like, "Let that nigga pay. I want that nigga to pay." Look at that shit, yo. She
worldwide. So you telling me he can't even go to Saudi Arabia?
Right.
Do you understand the reach? The world.
The reach.
That means
the world, Craig. The world. The world, Craig.
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
The world, Craig. The world, son. Y'all taking him from the world, son.
But then you're gonna still have motherfuckers that's just like, oh yeah, they I'm supporting these people. And their fucking ethics and their morals and their How do you imprison somebody like that while they're alive and while they're on free land to not make any money in their profession for an entire year?
Yep.
How?
I don't understand any of this. I am very much I don't understand any of this. We got Nutty who says Krssi talk about alimony while sipping her drink with Brian.
This nigga's gonna have to. You telling me that
I didn't even know I did that. I didn't even know I did that.
So this nigga can't even go get a backstage job in one of these companies because WWE's got a snitch working in every company that exists in wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the fucking sad part. Like somebody got to live. And y'all doing this?
Planted. They got WWE got moles planted in every company in America.
You know who could have been a mole on this week's episode of Dynamite to make sure Andrade wasn't backstage? Ric Flair. Ric Flair did not appear on TV at Dynamite this week, despite being advertised in Greensboro, North Carolina. A report has new details on why. He was announced for Wednesday's show, but did not appear on the broadcast. Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio that Flair has a torn rotator cuff, which contributed to his not appearing. Meltzer said that Flair appeared in front of the live crowd before the show started. He took his arm out of the sling he had for the appearance. Meltzer noted that while he hasn't confirmed it, he believes Flair was scheduled for an angle with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and the FT. Flair apparently didn't believe he could do the angle and was in a lot of pain. He left after he spoke to the crowd before the show started. Flair has not appeared on AEW television since Revolution 2024. On behalf of all of us at THH, our best wishes to Flair for a quick and full recovery.
Damn, that's
poor thing. Damn.
He probably just showed up. He looked backstage. He called Charlotte, and she was like, "He's not here. I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna leave early."
You know what?
At that age, that shit gonna take a minute.
But Ric Flair, there has never been a wrestler who's survived more than Ric Flair.
Yo, he got 9 lives. Yo,
he's been in a plane crash.
He got 9 lives. I'm telling you.
Like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I still can't get over the Andrade story. Like, I I just can't like that.
I understand.
That's that's just such imprisonment. That's ridiculous. That's beyond ridiculous. Like anybody in the chat and talking in this live stream right now, could you just imagine you are leaving your company and then your company blocks you from getting any paychecks for an entire year?
That's like it got to be something criminal about this. Like you cannot stop me for like I can see the whole 90 days, but like a whole year though, son. Like, and he's probably just at the point was like, why am I wasting legal fees and money to just do that? I don't probably have to fight these people because they're gonna find any and every like loophole to like stop me for whatever reason. That the hate is that real for whatever reason.
Final news notes for the world of AEW. MJF is returning to AEW TV soonish, according to a new report, following his break to work in Hollywood. It was reported earlier this month that the former AEW World Champion was set to wrap taping or filming on Violent Night in short order. At the time, there was no clear word on when he would be returning to AEW television. That has changed now, with Fightful Select noting that sources say he will return soon. The outlet says that the sources did not supply a specific date. MJF has stayed busy with his acting this year, having filmed both Violent Night 2 and Happy Gilmore 2. MJF is said to have really enjoyed acting and plans to continue doing so. He will balance his acting work with his wrestling schedule. MJF last competed at AEW All Out, where he lost to Mark Briscoe in a tables and tacks match. Fightful reports that MJF is factored into AEW's plans for December. However, it is currently unknown how extensively he will be appearing on AEW. He is scheduled for WrestleCade, which takes place on November 28th through November 30th in North Carolina. Meanwhile, his former Hurt Syndicate stablemate, MJF's Hurt Syndicate former stablemate, MVP, has re-signed a deal with AEW. The Hurt Syndicate member recently interacted with Adventure Gamers, and during the interaction, he revealed that he has re-signed a deal with the Tony Khan-led company. The former WWE superstar expressed his gratitude toward Khan and said that he will be with All Elite Wrestling for quite a while, indicating that he also might take up a backstage role in the future. He says, "I do not say this. I want to say thank you to Tony Khan because recently I signed an extension and I'll be with AEW for quite a while in my current capacity and hopefully beyond in a managerial capacity to whatever extent possibly behind the scenes." The 42-year-old further added that he is extremely pleased about the current state of his career, appreciating Tony for giving him, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin an opportunity to revive the Hurt Syndicate in AEW. He says, "I'm very happy where I'm at right now in my career at this stage to be able to continue to contribute toward the business and make money with my friends and entertain at the level that we're still able to maintain. I appreciate Tony Khan for giving me, Bobby, and Shelton an opportunity to get the team back together for a final run, and the future looks bright." MVP arrived in AEW in September 2024 and was followed by Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. The trio went on to reform the Hurt Business and have since been heavily featured on the company's weekly programming. MVP also participates in in-ring competitions sporadically since joining AEW, with the trio unsuccessfully challenging the Ops for the AEW World Trios Championships on last month Dynamite. But bigger news outside of renewing with AEW is Mercedes Mone, who got a big achievement this week. She achieved another big milestone in her career as she was named the PWI Women's 250 #1. The AEW Women's TBS champion topped the list, with former AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm coming in second at #2. Here's how the top 10 panned out for the women's PWI 250. You had Mercedes Mone at #1, Toni Storm at #2, Saya Kamatani from Stardom at #3, Tiffany Stratton at #4. #5 was Stephanie Becerra. #6 was Io Sky.
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
#7 was Athena. #8 was Sarai from Japan. Naomi was #9, and #10 was Rhea Ripley. PWI uses
Get the fuck out of here, son. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm so
PWI
sorry.
uses an evaluation criteria from October 1st of 2024 to September 30th of 2025, creating its ranking based on in-ring achievement, influence, technical ability, competition, and activity judged as criteria. During that time period, Mone remained AEW TBS champion since winning it in May of 2024. She won the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, the CMLL Women's World title, and titles in various other indie promotions. Mercedes Mone currently holds 12 singles titles, including the TBS championship and the ROH Women's World TV title. Mercedes Mone will once again be in action at Full Gear when she challenges Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship next Saturday. Krssi Luv, what do you think about Mercedes Mone crowned number 1 for the PWI Women's 250?
I think that is wonderful. I was just surprising at the order from which you start naming women's names. That's where my reactions are coming from. I think Tony and Mone deserve this spot. However, as you get down the list, I don't understand how and where they thought Tiffany Stratton deserves what number she has?
Number 4.
I need to recount. I need to see the ballots. I need to understand.
Ahead of Stephanie Vicaire and E.O. Scott.
I have no words. I don't understand how Naomi Rhea is 10? Bruh. She had to pay for that. How many dicks you got to do that, sis? Because I don't understand how you got number 4. How?
Any thoughts?
How did you get number 4?
Krssi took the words right out of my mouth. I wonder how many BJs she had to get to number 4. Number 4? Yo, y'all be tripping, bro. Like, yo. Maybe y'all can enlighten me.
Yeah.
Like, let me know if I'm missing something here.
Yeah, I need to know. Yeah.
I don't recall any Tiffany Stratton banger that took place in that entire time span.
At all. Ever. Her whole career. What, name one time?
We could probably...
I'll wait.
The cau-casity is real.
The cau-casity is fucking real. Oh my God.
I don't even have an an apply or a dialogue. I don't know how the fuck this was even created. And then like the total insult of all of it, the total insult of this whole thing is that directly behind her is Stephanie Vicaire. Like directly behind her is Stephanie Vicaire. Y'all can carry on because I
don't see.
Yo, she's over Naomi, Rhea Ripley. She's
that's what I'm saying. How? Stephanie Vicaire,
the WWE Women's Matches of the Year. She's over dog.
Did Becky Lynch see this list? Because she's gonna probably want to know why she wasn't even in.
This is an obvious. This is an obvious BJ job, bro.
Yep.
Like, damn, I know she bad, but
damn. I like
damn.
Stephanie. I have no problems with Stephanie.
Number 4.
But I just don't. I don't understand how she got. She should have been at 10, not 4. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that.
You mean Tiffany? You mean Tiffany?
Yeah, Tiffany should.
Because
I would definitely
all in arguments. This we can literally argue every person that she's ahead of to be ahead of her.
Yeah, TNC. She did not have a better time period in that time than Stephanie Vicaire, who was the NXT Women's Champion, NXT Women's North American Champion. Had it, that's when when she started her run in WWE, where she's won the WWE Women's World Championship. She's won 3 titles. She's won 4 titles technically, because she won the Crown Jewel, but that's outside of the time period. But she won 3 championships in the time period. That's a better year. Plus, she's had bangers and a lot more than Tiffany Stratton's 1 to 2 good matches that she had with Nia Jax, because she faced Nia Jax 15 times. So out of the 15 times, she had 2 good matches. Congratulations. Fuck you. Io Sky has had a much better year than both Stephanie and Tiffany. Should have been number 4. Athena, ROH Women's World Champion for that entire time. She's had great matches. The Mercedes match, the Timeless Tony Storm matchup. She probably should have been ahead of Tiffany. Saray's one of the best women's wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying.
Period. In Japan, she's a full draw. She's so much of a draw. She created her own company in Japan. She's ahead of Tiffany Stratton. It should be ahead of Athena, Io, and Stephanie as well. Saray should probably be number 4. Naomi's been the best character in WWE. She should be ahead of her. And Rhea Ripley had 2 incredible matches against Io Sky this year. She should be ahead of her.
That's all I was trying to say. That's really all I was trying to get at. It was like,
SP did the job covering it. There's just what are we even talking about here? Like, there's literally, and it's like if someone poses a merit for Tiffany's the ranking, it's gonna just go on deaf ears, because this is just stupid. This is just stupid.
All I'm saying is, name me 2 good Stephanie matches, and one of which is with Nia.
Leave Stephanie out of it. This is not.
I mean, not Stephanie. I'm not Stephanie. I'm sorry.
Second time she did that. Is Stephanie and Tiffany too similar for you?
Yes, sorry, Tiffany. And I'm not saying I hate Tiffany. I like Tiffany. I think she's.
No, this had nothing to do with Tiffany.
He
didn't make the list. But Tiffany probably influenced the list.
Yeah, I see that. But finishing up with AEW for the week, Jim Ross is believed to be returning to AEW commentary very, very soon. The WWE Hall of Famer has missed several recent pay-per-views. On a recent episode of Grilling JR, Ross provided a further details about his recovery. He said that he feels healthier and that he has in years, and is regaining the energy after long-term medical challenges, including ongoing cancer recovery. Ross also notes that he has signed a new 1-year deal with AEW focused on pay-per-view commentary and select main event duties, adding that he plans to start calling matches again in the next few weeks. The Wrestling Observer newsletter also noted that JR is preparing for a comeback, though no specific date has been made. Ross has been largely absent from public activity. He paused his podcast and did not appear at recent events. He also stayed quiet regarding comments made about him by Devon Dudley earlier this year, accusing him of being a racist during his time as WWE's head talent relations, and calling some slurs to Devon Dudley in the past. Devon accused him of this. Meltzer believed that JR could reappear at AEW World's End on December 27. During his hiatus, Ross has moved back to Norman, Oklahoma after selling his condo in Jacksonville. The 73-year-old explained that living closer to family has improved his daily routine and general well-being. So, should be seeing JR back soon. I don't know if we'll be seeing him have a answer to the Devon claims, though.
I wouldn't even address him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's gonna. I would just kind of stay away from that if I'm him.
Yeah, don't even say
and
nothing.
One, even if you get representation, it's probably not going to sound the way he would like. Yeah, and this was so long ago. Like, this was almost 20 years ago. Like, this was a long time ago. So, half of this shit he probably don't even remember.
Probably.
Like he's been dealing with so much shit.
Yo, my God.
This man has been dealing with so much in his own life and his own situations. Dealing with that for him, like, it's not healthy.
It's really not.
Healthy and wanting to do the thing that he loves the most. And like, when you hear, I've started to gain a lot more appreciation, just even though this is not the same JR, the good old JR that we were accustomed to for so long. But the fact that he's able to actually get up, get out, do this after everything that he's battled. Like, first, this man, remember, this man had a severe case of Bell's palsy.
Yep.
And the fact that he's been dealing with health issue after health issue after health issue, then cancer again.
Yep. His wife died. Like, he got a whole bunch of shit happening.
And Danny's actually
fruit. Like, just don't.
Danny's actually right. We're talking about 25 years ago, because Devon and Bubba were not in WWE in 2005. So we're talking 25 years ago. At the
so why are we bringing up old shit? Like, oh my god! Like,
because Devon works for WWE, Jaden Ross works for AEW. If I can bring up anything that makes anyone from AEW look bad, I'm gonna mention it on my YouTube channel. ROH TV.
Again, whatever we're talking about, like, he's like we're missing the point. And the point is that this man has dealt with basically the fucking devil of life.
Yep.
And for him to now have, like, if someone is expecting him to deal with this low-hanging fruit bullshit, grow the fuck up. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, that's the point. I don't give a fuck how long exactly it was. I don't give a fuck the exact minute, December 18th of 1990. I don't care about that. The man has dealt with. It's what the man has dealt with and what he's still living through. Like, Jesus Christ, yo, people are just such fucking insensitive dicks at times, yo. Like,
yep.
Lord.
ROH TV on Honor Club. The show featured Lee Moriarty picking up a win over Willie Mack in a pretty decent ROH Pure title proving grounds main event. Skyflight beat MXM TV. Post-match, Shane Taylor Promotions jumped Scorpio Sky and Top Flight after the matchup. Athena and Billy Starks defeated Hyan and Maya World in a rock-solid bout, while the Don Callis families, Hechicero and Rocky Romero scored a victory over the Spanish Announce Project. But that is all for the Converse this week. Moving over to Japan, you had NJPW New Japan Road in Anjo. The show featured Hiroshi Tanahashi defeating Yoto Ice in a very good main event to the show. Post-match, Tanahashi showed respect to the younger Yuto before he was interrupted by the returning Kazuchika Okada alongside main booker for New Japan Pro Wrestling and his former manager, Gato, for the first time since 2018. Okada back in New Japan Pro Wrestling since the beginning of 2024 when he left the company to head to AEW. Okada issued a challenge to Tanahashi for his final match on January 4th, 2026, NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 20. And boy, oh boy, there's been a lot of news to come out of the show last Saturday in Anjo. As previously reported, Tanahashi's final opponent will be arguably his greatest rival, Kazuchika Okada. Okada and Tanahashi had several classic matches during the 2010s that helped establish Okada as one of Japan's top box office attractions and really caused the boom period for New Japan Pro Wrestling in the 2010s. Tanahashi and Okada are currently making the media rounds, promoting their final matchup at the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. But Okada has taken this and he's ran with it and proved why he is still one of the best characters in wrestling, because now Okada is putting his dick on the table and says that he should headline the Tokyo Dome. He said about his match with Tanahashi, he said, well, the main event, it should be the main event, of course. He says, I've always said the IWGP should be the main event, talking about the top title. But this is different, he says. If it's me, it's gotta be the main event, right? Okada and Tanahashi have previously main evented Wrestle Kingdom on 3 separate occasions, 2013, 2015, and 2016. Tanahashi and Okada have each main evented the show 10 times separately. Kazuchika Okada on why his match with Tanahashi should main event Wrestle Kingdom 20. Okada said, Mr. Tanahashi is also a veteran of New Japan, and I feel it would be unfair for other wrestlers to compete after him. Experiencing a main event where you don't get much reaction afterward, or experiencing an IWGP title match not being the main event, both are valuable experiences. I think that will be a valuable experience for Konosuke Takeshita and Yota Tsuji. Fans could even vote on it. He knows they're going to win the vote. That's why he's saying fans vote on it. Takeshita, the IWGP.
He won't let Takeshita be great, yeah.
No, never. The
He won't let him be great.
World Heavyweight Champion and Tsuji, the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, will both be defending their titles against one another at Wrestle Kingdom 20. It will be interesting to see whether the match for all the gold or the match with the biggest NJPW stars over the last 2 decades will get the spotlight for one more time. Okada and Tanahashi have been teasing tension on AEW television, or Okada and Takeshita have been teasing tension on AEW television while both are members of the Don Callis family. Dave Meltzer provided an update on ticket sales for Wrestle Kingdom since the Okada Tanahashi announcement, and he says that tickets are moving extremely quick now that Tanahashi's last is official. Meltzer reported, so Tanahashi and Okada, obviously the match, tickets have moved extremely quick since they made that announcement on Saturday. He also indicated that the event is on track to be the biggest attended NJPW event that has drawn at the Tokyo Dome in over 20 years. He says it's probably going to be the biggest real Tokyo Dome number in over 20 years. Paid at this point is probably already in that range, already 20 years for sure, maybe not 25. There was some interpromotional stuff years ago in the early 2000s. I think may have beaten it, but like a Masawa wrestled Chono or something, but it's the best advance since the Noki retirement, and that was in 1998. So it's the best advance in 27 years. With regards to what match should headline, Meltzer stated Tanahashi and Okada should go on last. I know some people think that they should go with Tsuji beating Takeshita and solidifying Tsuji as the ace of the company, but yeah, Tanahashi and Okada is the main event without a doubt. Tsuji is slated to face Takeshita, like we said before, winner takes all for the titles on January 4th. So the question is, with the ticket sales out the roof, they reported on the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the ticket sales are at 40,000 or close to 40,000 at this point for a Tokyo Dome on January 4th.
Wow.
You, Krssi, what's your main event? Tsuji and Takeshita or Tanahashi?
I mean, it's Homeboy's last match, so I guess he should, main event it. But I mean, he does not want Takeshita to have any type of anything. Oh, you're gonna be there too? I'm gonna come too. And let me go and be Homeboy's last match. And so you don't get anything. I'm like, damn. It's real. And I guess that whole pulls over and that spills over into the Don Callis family, whole thing. Yeah. So I see what they're doing. So you just cannot let me have no shine. So this is gonna have Takeshita pull away. Because Okada and Don Callis is going to be like, okay, well, we're going to do this thing over here because we're a family. Beach.
I took your main event, bitch. that's it. Okada Tanahashi should definitely main event. They're the draw for this show.
Yeah.
They're the reason why
the draw, yeah.
The show. They should headline the show. What do you think, JJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's storyline and everything, but Okada's right. This is going to be the last time that Tanahashi is going to get to grace us with his in-ring work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Literally, arguably, the greatest in-ring performer of all time. And if you get that opportunity and you are somebody in the status of Okada, this is mega money. This is money match right here. This should be the headline and main event of the show. And I get that. I know tradition is usually the IWGP Championship is the headliner of the show, but there's occurrences, and there is only going to be one Tanahashi. There's not going to be another Tanahashi after this.
Yeah. And
So
like
they're
this
not
is going to be the big sermon. This is going to be the thing that gets all the emotions from the fan. People are
Yeah.
going to be exhausted by the time they get to Takeshita and Tsuji if it's on after Tanahashi and Okada. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and it's not going to be Takeshita's fault, but at the same time, it's like this is the position that Okada has earned this position.
Yep.
He's earned this. This is something that has been given to Okada because it's one of his greatest rivals, and is to one arguably today's greatest professional wrestler. So this is all wins across the board. If this is the headline for the Tokyo Dome come January 4th, like this is a slam dunk championship win and no titles are involved. But yeah, this is absolutely, and yeah, Takeshita could be mad. He could be mad whenever
Yeah, he's gonna have to be.
But hey, my man, Okada's on this one, bitch.
Yeah.
One final report from New Japan Pro Wrestling in regards to Nakamura, since we talked about that last week, shutting down the rumor. There was a rumor following Okada being named the opponent for Hiroshi Tanahashi that Tony Khan and AEW prevented Shinsuke Nakamura from being Tanahashi's final.
Good.
There had been speculation that Nakamura may be in line for the spot. Nakamura's name had been floated around in New Japan as a pipe dream of sorts. Following the Okada announcement, rumors began floating around that Tony Khan and AEW blocked NJPW from selecting Nakamura. Fightful Select reports that is not the case. Several sources in NJPW confirmed that AEW did not shut down such a match. The site adds that no one from WWE heard of such a thing being broached. NJPW always knew that getting Nakamura would be quote unquote a pipe dream. A rep explicitly stated that no situation like that ever happened.
It's a pipe dream because we all know who.
No, you gotta love the WWE fans who created this rumor that Tony Khan and AEW blocked Nakamura from doing the match.
And you know what? I don't give a fuck how or why or why it's not happening. I'm glad it ain't Nakamura. Because the WWE has absolutely killed the King of Strong Style. They have nuked it to the hell of the fucking Satan's pit. That shit is non-existent. That shit dead.
It's dead.
That shit is in the waters where Shinsuke surfs now.
Finally, from the Converse and partners, CMLL Venice Spectacular. The show featured last night Neon and Atlantis Jr. beating Hechicero and Volador Jr. in a fun main event, while Los Hermanes Chavez picked up a win over United Empire's TJP and Templario to win the NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships. So congratulations to those guys there. So some good action from CMLL. We'll be covering that some more next week, but let's move on over to WWE. And we're going to start off with WWE Raw on Netflix this week. The show last week, week 39 on Netflix, did 2.4 million viewers. This week's show featured Triple H kicking off the program to let us all know. He let us all know that we suck and that we should never have an opinion, as he is the only person who is objective enough when it comes to determining who is the greatest of all time. After blowing his own dick for about 2 minutes, eventually Triple H introduced John Cena in his hometown of Boston. Like that was fucking needed. Cena cut a promo about the Last Time Is Now tournament, the December 13th Saturday night's main event featuring WWE main roster versus NXT matches. But then he was interrupted by Dominic Mysterio. The Intercontinental Champion was upset due to Rey Mysterio interrupting his celebration last week, but Cena called out Dirty Dom for his cockiness, which led to Mysterio saying that he is better than Cena in his prime and can beat him in any era. Cena proclaimed that he is invincible in Boston and he's the wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. After Triple H made the match between the two for the gold, it was John Cena defeating Dominic Mysterio in a very good opener to finally win the Intercontinental Championship for the first time. Cena is now a Grand Slam champion with 3 appearances remaining in his career. CM Punk came out to call out Logan Paul, which led to him coming out to explain why he joined forces with the Vision, saying he did not want to be attacked by the group after the tsunami he received. This led to Logan and the Vision coming down to go after Punk, only he was ready and eventually joined by Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes in a fun brawl to stand tall. Backstage, Punk told Adam Pearce that he had his team and told Heyman to get his before calling for William Regal, who said, "War Games." Rusev beat Damian Priest, while Sheamus picked up a win over Shinsuke Nakamura for both Rusev and Sheamus to advance in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Stephanie Vicaire defeated Raquel Rodriguez to retain the WWE Women's World Championship. Post-match, Roxanne Perez attacked Vicaire from behind, only for Nikki Bella to make the save. But then Bella turned on Vicaire by blasting her with the WWE Women's World title.
Lord.
And finally, the Kabuki Warriors beat Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in a good main event to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, thanks to outside interference from Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Post-match, you had Nia, Lash, and the Kabuki Warriors all jump Flair and Bliss until Io Sky and Rhea Ripley made the save. This led to Ripley declaring War Games for the women's side at Survivor Series. Very eventful show this week in Boston. Cena with the first half hour really dominated the show. The last half of the show with the women, I thought was really well done. It was a noteworthy show with a title change, a heel turn, well, 2 title changes, a heel turn, some big announcements for the Saturday night's main event, as well as Survivor Series, with both War Games being set up. This was one of the better episodes of Raw in recent weeks. Krssi, what did you think?
Why does Paul have to be in everything? Paul, you're not Vince McMahon. You're far from it. And the fact that you feel like you have to be the face of this company is just like mind-blowing to me at this point in the game. You're already on the cover and in the commercial for WrestleMania.
Yes.
Why did you feel like that you needed to come out in his hometown and introduce him? You didn't introduce him in any other place. You're going to introduce him on Monday when he comes to New York? Like, what are we doing now? We don't need you to do these things. And then you don't even like go into straightforward talking about him. You talked about yourself and the fans and how we don't do anything. Why do you feel like this is like, whose idea was this? His. Oh, I'm gonna go out and introduce you. Really? Okay, thanks. Like, why though? Like, no one said why?
He was like, that's so nice. I don't think the fans of Boston would know to cheer me if it wasn't for you. Thanks, Paul.
Like, Paul, like, this guy is just, I don't even understand. Because I turned on my TV late. So when I turned on the TV, I'm like, why is Paul in the ring? What is he doing there with Dominic and John Cena?
Mind you, they announced before the show that John Cena was opening the show.
As he should have. It's his last time being in the TD Garden as a wrestler. I don't understand why what are we doing? Like, and shout out to him and Dom for like, doing what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they did great. And I understand why you took it off Dom so he can be, a Grand Slam champ. That's great. But Dom is like one of your top stars right now. Like, he's so over.
Yeah.
You can't even say he's a heel right now because he still is being cheered. At one point, they were booing Dom out of the fucking building. He couldn't even get a word out. So for Paul to think that he needed to be in that ring during this promo, now you're the general manager. Now you're Adam Pearson. What's the other man name? From SmackDown.
Nick Aldis.
Can't remember. Aldis. There you go. Now you want to, you're Nick Aldis now. Now you want to be in the ring and like call matches. Great. It's official. Great. Thanks, guys. No, we don't need you to do that. Like, and I'm just like, why is, like, I had to, like, the scratch emoji. I'm like, why is Paul here? Paul doesn't need to be here. Paul, that's a good reference. Paul looks like the White Dane. Yeah, that was me. I was like, what are we doing here? And, the fact that I'm so happy I missed the whole opening because I just would have been like, oh my God, like, what are we doing right now? Shout out to the Kabuki Warriors. Great job. They build again, no build, but we got the women in different stories. Everyone is all linked somewhat kind of way. I am so happy for Last Legend.
I think that the women's War Games build has blown last
Way
year
better.
out the water and blew the women's Blood and Guts build out the water. Because we were talking about this on Rated Raw Review, me and JJ. They've been laying this out for us for a month now.
Yes. Everybody is linked some kind of a way. Like, the detective board with the red the strings is all, everyone is connected in some kind of intertwined way. I hope and pray that Lash does not, one, hurt anyone really, really badly. Two,
did I not say that?
We muted, babe.
You did.
Because when she hit Io, I was like, oh my God, I hope she didn't hurt Io's face. Like she hit the shit out of Io. But that's her. I was like, because Nia is the queen of injuring niggas. So you're tagged up with her. You're in daycare with her. She's gonna teach you all the bad shit.
Let me teach you how to hurt somebody.
She's a bad influence.
Yeah, and she's a bad influence. Like, I love Nia too. I love Nia, and I'm happy that they have her with Nia, two big dominant ladies. I am so happy for Lash. This could be so good for Lash, but then it could be so bad for Lash at the same fucking time. And I pray because her style is so different from everyone in that ring, but it could be something. It could be because she's like the only one that's like, she's been in a match like this before, has she not?
What? War Games? Lash? No.
War Games. No, she's never been in the War Games, even when it was on NXT, because it hasn't been on NXT so fucking long now.
They stopped doing the War Games after 2.0.
Yes, you're right. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so Lash, you are the baby of this group, so you have to learn and not be so you can be dominant, but you gotta be easy. Please don't be like Nia with the whole chair from last year and just like doop, doop, ping, ping. Don't do that. Please don't do that because it looks stupid.
Yeah, that was what we also mentioned. We would critique that Nia Jax back in War Games.
Right. That's right. And that's the thing. Is like this could be a good thing for Lash. It could be a really, really bad thing. Again, their build has been good, but what can they do when that bell rings, when it's time to come? They're definitely not gonna be like Blood and Guts. But then the girls probably did watch, was like, fuck, now we gotta outshine you. How?
Yeah.
Because they be watching, and all of them are all friends some kind of way.
You can tell by the women's tag team matches as of late that WWE women are aware of AEW women. They've been stepping it up more, so hopefully they step it up.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely the War Games I'm interested in. See. I'm not interested in the men at all.
No, especially after last night. But
even though they have all the stars in that matchup, I don't care. I don't care. John.
I guess it didn't take. I was gonna say, I guess it didn't take a week for me to be right about the addition to the War Games match.
Nope, you were, yeah.
Because then apparently he was supposed to be away, and then they just Drew McIntyre. Yeah,
come back home, friend. We need you. We need you
to. Fuck your movie. We need you in the War Games.
Like you could go back to the movie tomorrow. But we need you to just do for this tape, and then we'll see you at War Games. We don't need you for anything else.
We just need you to lose another match, Drew. Then you can go back.
There you go.
That part.
Um,
That part.
Take another bullet for the team.
John
another
Cena
fucking
defeated
bullet for the team.
Dominic Mysterio for the WWE Intercontinental Championship on this week's Raw. A new report notes that the match was originally set for Survivor Series. Cena defeated Dom for the title on Monday's show. In doing so, he captured the title, the only current title that he hadn't yet won. Thursday's Wrestling Observer Radio reports that WWE rescheduled the match from Survivor Series to Raw. Meltzer said that the title change was scheduled for the PLE, but moved to happen in Boston. He said it was likely due to give Cena the big moment in his last hometown appearance. What that means is for Survivor Series is not yet clear. Meltzer also noted that WWE has not yet booked Dominic and Rey Mysterio to compete at Survivor Series. Rey could return to TV on November 3rd. As of now, that match is not scheduled for the PLE. Meltzer added that he had initially believed Cena's title win over Dominic meant that he would not be facing Dom at Survivor Series. He thought perhaps WWE would do a dream team of CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and Cena for the babyface Survivor Series team. However, he definitively said that the team is not happening and was told that plans are not even close to that. He noted that the Survivor Series matches will likely be finalized on Monday, which would allow for 2 weeks of build before the show on November 29th. It is still possible that Cena could face Dominic in a rematch at Survivor Series. However, he said that Cena's last match, expected to be against Gunther, was always intended to be for the IC title. John Cena is winding down his WWE career, and WWE Saturday Night's Main Event on December 13th will be his final show. Bodyslam.net has an update on the upcoming event. During Raw, Cena announced that the show will feature exhibition matches during WWE main roster and NXT superstars, noting that it will be a night of opportunity for the future stars of the business. According to Bodyslam.net, WWE sources indicated that Cena pitched the idea for the show himself to feature exhibition matches featuring WWE and NXT wrestlers. Cena has most recently visited the WWE Performance Center, working with WWE's developmental talent and imparting his wisdom about the business. Bodyslam.net notes that Cena also learned things from developmental talents as well. Additionally, Bodyslam.net reports that Cena greatly enjoyed his time spent at the Performance Center and wanted to give the developmental wrestlers a chance to showcase themselves, leaving the business in a better place on his way out the door. Cena competes in his final match on December 13th, Washington, D.C. at Saturday Night's Main Event. So, I think that the change from Cena and Dom at Survivor Series to Cena and Dom at Boston is better because Cena can have an actual reign now instead of in his title in his second last match, lose his title in his last match. It makes sense to win it in Boston. He's wrestling on Monday, which is going to be probably his first defense. He can wrestle again in another defense at at Survivor Series. So it feels like a little bit more of a reign than it really is.
No, it was a good call. I'm happy that they're listening to him. I kind of wish that they had him kind of like leading or like having like tell them what he wants to do from the get-go. Maybe the run would have been a little bit better.
We can't change the past. Better late than never.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to end strong. You started bad, now you can end it on a good note. So here we go.
I did tell you, JJ. I was like, that idea for the Saturday Night's Main Event, that is totally Cena. It's not Triple H. But Triple H told him, make sure you say thank you.
That's what I was trying to, because I'm like, Triple H wants to take credit for it. He wants his name on the paper. He just wants his name on there. He wants, see how the Raw ends every night? Executive produced Paul Triple H Levesque. He wants his name credit on the idea that was created by someone other than him.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's Triple H. Never change.
It's what we do.
WWE Survivor Series, November 29th. We got a new report on a couple of matches not yet to be announced. Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio on Tuesday talked about plans for Survivor Series. He says that previously reported, though, Jacob Fatu recently suffered an injury that's reportedly kept him out of action for until early next year. Another report from Fightful Select indicated that Fatu was dealing with a dental injury that would likely keep him away from the ring for at least a month. Meltzer noted that Roman Reigns was also planned at one time to be a part of the babyface team. However, the tribal chief has yet to be officially added to elaborate the elaborate cage match. Meltzer predicted that Reigns and Brock Lesnar will likely appear at the WWE Raw and Madison Square Garden on Monday to confirm their participation in War Games. He said, I think Roman will probably show up at the Garden. I think Lesnar will probably show up at the Garden, to add Lesnar on the heel side, Roman on the babyface side. Meltzer indicated that Cody Rhodes is serving as a replacement for Jacob Fatu, who was originally planned for the matchup. He stated that he was not on the original list. Jacob Fatu was, and I was thinking they probably have him face Jacob Fatu. However, that's still only 4 men on each team, and usually War Games is 5-on-5. Meltzer stated that Jimmy Uso makes the most sense as the 5th man for the babyface team. It's unknown who the Vision would add as the 5th man for their team, though. With regards to the women's War Games matchup, Meltzer stated that AJ Lee and WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch were both scheduled to be captains for their respective teams. However, neither wrestler has been announced for the matchup as of yet. Meltzer went on to say that both Lee and Lynch could still be added to the Women's War Games, but if that's the case, it would probably happen by next week, and that the Premium Live event is fast approaching. Meltzer predicted that there will likely be an angle coming out of Lynch's scheduled title defense. That I can hear all of that. I'm sorry, I gotta mute you. Scheduled title defense against Maxine Dupree on WWE Raw next week to set up her participation in War Games. Then in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer noted that several match plans remain up in the air, and early expectations based on recent WWE television do not match the lineups being discussed internally. Dave Meltzer reported that the men's and women's War Games matches seem to be the only elements moving forward as planned. The men's War Games match is expected to include CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso was announced on last night's SmackDown, and one additional member. Their opponents are listed as Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, with Drew McIntyre being added last night on the show, with Brock Lesnar expected to be the last participant. Logan Paul is filling in the position intended for Seth Rollins, as the latter was ruled out due to injury. Rhodes is expected to take the slot that was previously associated with Jacob Fatu. Neither major men's world championship is being defended at Survivor Series, with both Cody and Punk being part of this matchup. The women's War Games match features Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss, with a 5th partner yet to be confirmed. Their opponents will include Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. Earlier outlines involved AJ Lee on the babyface side and Becky Lynch on the heel side. Adjustments may depend on developments regarding this week's Madison Square Garden Raw and a possible match between Lynch and Maxine Dupree. Additional matches that are likely to be included at Survivor Series is Stephanie Vicaire versus Nikki Bella, though that is not finalized. John Cena is expected for the show, and his match is up in the air due to winning the Intercontinental title. Meltzer also noted a potential bout between Rey and Dominic Mysterio, and Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair was subtly teased on SmackDown last week, and it is more likely that match will happen further down the line. So seems right now they're kind of putting this all together. It seems like really their plans for Survivor Series got all fucked up and screwed up with the Seth Rollins thing.
Seth Rollins thing, yeah. Seth, well, that kind of screwed everything over. But I mean, this is why they're audibles, but you bring in Logan Paul. Don't know if that's the best idea, but they know he's gonna do some high flying shit. But whatever, here we are. But whatever,
Dion saying so. No Bailey, Lyra, Vicaire, or Nikki Bella in War Games. Nope. None of them are in War Games. Vicaire and Nikki Bella, I knew they weren't going to be in War Games. I knew they would probably be facing each other. So, the road to WrestleMania 42 will be kicking off in a couple of months. A new report has some details on possible opponents for Stephanie Vicaire. Bodyslam.net reports that WWE is starting discussions about creative for WrestleMania 42 and who will be facing La Primera at the big show. According to sources, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch have been discussed as possible opponents for Vicaire. This would, of course, be Vicaire's first WrestleMania, having signed with WWE in July of last year. As you might expect, discussions are still tentative, and there's a long time between now and April. However, both matches have been discussed as potential Vicaire bouts. Both Ripley and Lynch would be considered money matches for the WWE Women's World Champion. Lynch is currently the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. Ripley made her return on Raw and is set for the Women's War Games matchup at Survivor Series. As for Vicaire, she is headed into a feud with Nikki Bella after she turned on her. And WrestleMania 42 will take place from Las Vegas, Nevada, April 18th and 19th next year. What do you think? Who would you choose, JJ, as the main representative of the Vicaire fan club, Becky Lynch or Rhea Ripley for next year's WrestleMania?
The way it's lining up, I would prefer Becky Lynch. I would prefer Becky Lynch. Like
not
Rhea
one
Ripley,
woman on that poster.
I mean, because Hunter had to be on it.
Yeah, he had to be there. You know, he doesn't like the spotlight, guys. He hates the spotlight. They make him
had to be on it.
They force him to do it.
Like they could have had Bianca and Rhea instead of Paul and Paul.
Flawed Paul.
But they just had to put that. They had to be on there. Like, you know.
So who are you choosing, Rhea or Becky?
I would choose Becky just based on the alignment of how it's shaping up. I think I would prefer like this version of Becky Lynch going after Stephanie Vicaire. Like I think Rhea and Stephanie sounds like probably like the more attractive match, but that it's just unless they do like a magical shift in how their characters are portraying out right now, it just doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense right now. I'd prefer Becky and Stephanie, but you know, I wouldn't be mad at Rhea and Stephanie as well, but I just don't think that the cards align unless Rhea wins the Royal Rumble. If Rhea wins the Rumble, then that could start to make sense, but she doesn't win the Rumble. I think it would be Becky, but I would prefer to see a Becky Lynch match.
Well, she's already won a Royal Rumble. I would have Bianca win the Royal Rumble to set up Bianca and Jade, and then have Rhea win the Elimination Chamber. I think Rhea is the right choice right now because Becky Lynch has unfinished business with AJ Lee. Becky Lynch has way more options for WrestleMania than anyone really in the women's division in WWE. But AJ Lee is the biggest match she can have at next year's WrestleMania. And the way WWE has been booking AJ Lee since her return, it kind of aims towards the first singles match is going to probably be on a stage like WrestleMania. So I think
I wouldn't be mad at either one.
Stephanie and Rhea would be the way to go for next year's Mania, especially because I want to see that matchup in their regular attire and not with them wearing 100 layers of clothing the following year at WrestleMania 43. Current World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk and the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns are set to work together in Zootopia 2. Paradigm agent Nick Lapuco, that idiot that's on social media, he revealed on X on Wednesday that Punk and Reigns will lend their voices to zebras in Zootopia 2. The animated film is set to be released in the United States on November 26th. Roman Reigns has previously done voiceovers for Rumble and the Jetsons and WWE Robo WrestleMania, and the original Tribal Chief has also been absent for WWE TV since Crown Jewel Perth, where he lost to Big Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. Meanwhile, Punk, who was previously starred in Girl on the Third Floor, Heels, and Rapid, recently won the World Heavyweight Championship, defeating Jey Uso for the then vacant title. He is set to feature in the men's War Games matchup alongside Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and two yet-to-be-announced partners against Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and two competitors. Roman Reigns and CM Punk have worked together in a War Games matchup at last year's Survivor Series 2024 Premium Live event. And so we'll see if that is likely that they will work again in this year's War Games event ahead of them working together in Zootopia. But big acting role for Roman and Punk. Congratulations to them. But let's talk more about WWE. Final news notes is an interesting one, because WWE has been accused of racism this week. A new report has a few more details on Westside Gunn being kicked out of a recent episode of WWE Raw. As noted earlier this week, the rapper and Fourth Rope Wrestling owner posted to Twitter to say that he was removed from the November 4th episode of Raw. Gunn was said to was escorted after the show and before the show began, despite spending $5,000 for a seat. Gunn alleged in his post that he was threatened to remove WWE content from his music, and he said that he simply made the references to pay homage to the company. Fightful Select reports that according to some people, WWE is not happy about Gunn using their IP for his music. It's not clear whether there was contact between Gunn and WWE prior to his removal from Raw. Gunn has previously referenced WWE in his music regularly for years. He previously made appearances on AEW TV, including at Blood and Guts this week. Gunn noted that in his tweet that he will be focusing on Fourth Rope Wrestling. He added that he won't promote or endorse WWE content going forward. WWE has yet to issue a statement on the matter.
Yo, the fucking another one, the cau-casity of WWE.
The cau-casity of WWE.
First of all, this man has been. It's the word. First of all, we have been talking. This man has spent how much money on front row seats at your events?
Thousands, probably in the millions at this point.
I'm about to say not millions, because it's more so in the thousands. But nevertheless, here we are. This man has. I've seen him at WrestleManias. I've seen him at all of your events, and it was good to have him parlay and be cool. But because he's been referencing y'all songs and y'all peoples for how long now? So now he get his own promotion is a problem. It's not even makes his own to help independent people make little wrestling. What happened? Where did it go wrong?
Apparently, there's been another report that was WWE was upset that his album cover, which featured $1 Million Man and Virgil, had a billboard in Times Square. They were also upset with the fact that he and his friends had a suite at one event and were posting pictures on social media of them sleeping at the event. So they were also insulted and disrespected by that.
I mean,
that's some real cau-casity.
Your events aren't good enough to keep them awake, so I'm gonna kick your ass out.
And I bet you they weren't even mad at Ted DiBiase. They were mad at the Virgil.
It's like, how you gonna put him up there? $1 Million Man.
Well, you don't see color.
That's better.
We don't see any type of color at all.
It's better. Much better. Right. I mean, hey, WWE being petty, color me shocked. Anyway, moving on to last night's WWE SmackDown. The show featured the latest in the Last Time Is Now tournament, with Jey Uso defeating The Miz, while LA Knight beat the returning Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder making his return to WWE, his first match on the WWE main roster since 2020. That led to Jay and Knight both advancing in the tournament. So we'll see what's next, because we don't know who's facing who in this tournament, because we don't know a bracket yet. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky kicked off the broadcast to talk about War Games and asked Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to be on their team, but Flair turned down the offer, referencing her history with Rhea Ripley as the reason. Bitch, what? She didn't do anything to you. She beat you fairly. The fuck are you talking about?
It feels like the worst thing to do is give this woman a microphone, bro.
But this felt so contrived. It's not Charlotte's fault. It's not anybody in the ring's fault. It's WWE poor writing that Charlotte Flair is mad at Rhea Ripley for what? For what? She never did a damn thing to you outside of beat you in a match. You sound fucking stupid. That shit pissed me off. I want to turn off the whole fucking show after the first fucking segment.
Well, thank God. I didn't see a minute of this show. So
later, Rhea, Io, and Bliss talked about Charlotte not wanting to be part of the War Games team when they were attacked by the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend backstage. Io Sky picked up a win over Axiom in another very good match, a part of his Open Challenge series. To Ilya Dragunov picked up a win over Axiom.
You said Io Sky, sir.
Ilya Dragunov.
Okay.
I said it the second time correctly, so there you go. You're welcome. The post-match, Tommaso Ciampa jumped Axiom until Nathan Frazier made the save. Jade Cargill scored a victory over B-Fab in singles action. Post-match, she got into it with
That was 2 minutes.
Sami Zayn called out Solo Sikoa and the MFTs, which led to the group coming out to intimidate him. Sammy was ready and revealed that he has been medically cleared before Rey Fenix, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Motor City Machine Guns came out to fight off the MFTs. This led to Nick Aldis announcing a traditional Survivor Series elimination matchup between the MFTs and Team Sammy on the November 28th SmackDown from San Diego. Because you can't put that on Survivor Series, you fucking nimcompoops.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Paul Bronson Reed.
Yo, this is for real.
Yes, this happened. No, continue. SP, please continue.
Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman showed up to inform Nick Aldis that they could pick any member of the SmackDown roster, and Nick Aldis might be a fucking idiot because I could have told him that they made Drew McIntyre. Like, that was so fucking obvious from the moment he said any member of the SmackDown roster. I was like, he's referring to Drew McIntyre. Why are you this dumb? Aldis? This led to Cody Rhodes confronting the two and a match being made between Cody and Reed in the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhodes went on to defeat Reed via disqualification to retain the WWE title thanks to outside interference from Logan Paul and Braun Breaker. Post-match, the Usos came out to make the save for Cody and fight off the Vision until Drew McIntyre appeared to reveal himself as the newest member of the Vision's War Games team at Survivor Series, helping his teammates lay out Cody and the Usos to close the show.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown, I hate you so much. Anything good that happens on SmackDown is automatically followed up by just stupidity.
Bullshit.
Dumb ass booking decisions. This is just a show that is a comedy of booking errors.
Yep.
I'm glad for Zack Ryder.
Is.
Zack Ryder got a moment on last night's show. I'm glad for him. But outside
I'm so excited.
Thank God I don't watch SmackDown.
Yeah, SP, just let SP finish because I was like, it gets worse as it went on. Like I was like, damn, like it started off okay, and then
you good again?
I was pissed off. I was pissed off by the first segment of the show. I was like, I'm over this show.
Yeah, because he didn't tell you because it was the Miz and John Cena.
What? The Miz lost to Jey Uso.
Oh yeah, sorry, Jey Uso. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, you know.
Yeah, that awful matchup. Less said about that awful matchup, the better. Drew joining the Vision's War Games team and Zack Ryder returning was the main things from last night's SmackDown. And if you think that JJ doesn't watch SmackDown now, guess what? It can only get worse. WWE SmackDown is set to return to a 3-hour format starting in January.
Please say no. That's not true.
According to a new report, the Friday night show is heading back to 3 hours in January of 2026. The Friday night show returned to 2 hours in July after a 6-month run at 3 hours on USA Network to start the year. WrestleVotes reports that WWE and USA have decided to return to a 3-hour format. The show's return to 3 hours starts at the beginning of 2026 on January 2nd. WWE announced in December of 2024 that the show would expand to 3 hours to start 2025. The move came as part of WWE SmackDown's move from Fox to the USA Network, as Raw moved from USA Network to Netflix. The report makes no mention of whether this will be a permanent or temporary change. WWE has yet to announce such a move. The January 2nd episode of SmackDown takes place from Buffalo, New York. Any thoughts, JJ?
Yeah, this shit is fucking hilarious, bro. Yo, this shit is already dog shit already. And they're gonna throw another hour on top. Oh, you marks are gonna fucking feel the burn now. You fucking marks. Enjoy that 3 hours of enjoy the extra hour of life being wasted on that garbage ass program. And now you're gonna have to stay up till 11 to watch that shit on a Friday night of all times. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. You're right.
The fuck out of here.
You're struggling with the 2 hours that we have, and now you want to add another third one. Like, didn't you not see the decline in ratings? And the poor people that have to sit there for now 3 hours is just like, come on.
I'll be damned if I'm watching that shit for 3 hours. Damned. They lost me when the show became garbage and it's 2 hours. Fuck out of here.
Get ready, guys. Last week's WWE SmackDown saw General Manager Nick Aldis suspending Drew McIntyre after attacking a WWE champion Cody Rhodes and a referee before the show went off air. A new report by PW Insider Elite on the Drew McIntyre suspension angle. Although Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that his suspension was being done as a way to write off the wrestler for a film role, PW Insider refuted that story. The report adds that WWE creative sources are saying that the suspension development is simply part of McIntyre's currently ongoing storyline, and there's nothing beyond that to his suspension. As previously reported, Drew McIntyre was cast in the upcoming Highlander remake alongside Henry Cavill, the former Superman, where he's set to play Angus MacLeod, the brother of Henry Cavill's character. Drew Deadline reported in September that Cavill was injured during pre-production training for the upcoming Amazon MGM Studios United Artists Future. The injury pushed back the start date of the principal photography until what's expected to be early 2026. Chad Stahelski will be directing Cavill and McIntyre for the upcoming feature. It also stars Russell Crowe, Marissa Abela, Karen Kinnan, Damon Soon, and Max Zane, as well as former WWE superstar Batista. The script was written by Michael Finch, and it's unknown if and when Drew McIntyre will be taking time off from WWE TV to film Highlander. If Highlander's production delay is to early next year, that would suggest that McIntyre won't be leaving WWE programming just yet, despite the recent suspension angle. And of course, he returned on last night's SmackDown. And return I use loosely. Because
I mean, it is very loose. You're right. So
very loosely. Former WWE Women's Champion Bianca Belair is hoping to return to in-ring duty soon. The EST of WWE has been off from WWE competition since WrestleMania 41, where she battled Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat for the WWE Women's World Championship. While the match proved to be one of the Match of the Year candidates, Belair suffered an unfortunate injury where she broke her knuckle joint after Rhea Ripley accidentally landed straight on her hand while performing a spot. In a recent appearance on BET's 106 and Sports, I did not know this was a thing until this interview. Bianca Belair shared
Really?
details.
Oh my God, you didn't know that? Well, okay. I didn't
did
know that
not
they're going
know.
to interview. Yeah, it just started like this week, but it's like taped and it's like something. I don't know why we have Cam Newton on it, but whatever.
Because he's black.
That's
funny. Bianca Belair shared details.
I know that, but I mean, we could have got a number of other black people that are credible to do this job. But anywho, go ahead, finish.
Those people have good jobs. Belair shared details about her injury and expressed
oh my God. Okay.
And expressed optimism about
people
returning.
Still watch this channel?
I don't. Returning.
Oh my God. Yo, what is happening this day on this? Oh my God. Okay, continue.
So I broke my knuckle, which is not my finger. I broke my knuckle joint. It's something that I thought was going to be a very straightforward 8 to 12 weeks. It's been almost 6 months at this point. And it was WrestleMania. I was in a triple threat with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. We were going to the top rope because that's what we do. And we came off the top rope. Rhea landed straight on my hand and just crushed everything in my finger. Oh. So it's been a crazy journey. And, being an athlete, having an injury, you rely on your body. And now my body's not doing what it's supposed to do. But I'm hoping I can be back in the ring soon. While she has not wrestled since WrestleMania 41, Belair has appeared on WWE programming, including being special referee for the now host bar matchup between Jade Cargill and Naomi at Evolution. Everyone at THH wishes the EST of WWE a speedy recovery so she can return to in-ring duties soon.
She looked great. I mean, I didn't even know the show came on. I knew it was coming on. I heard it that it was starting. But that's a good thing that she was one of their people. I didn't know we was going to do like wrestling stars, but this is great because we have a lot of us that should be shown and be on these sports shows. But yeah, you said it right, SP. Those people have real jobs. I don't even know what time the show even comes on. Like that's the promotion of it all.
I mean, did I lie though? Y'all saying
no.
I didn't lie though. Like,
you did not. You're not. No.
I genuinely think that there's more people watching Tru Heel Heat that actually watches BET.
106 in Sports. Oh my God. This is like those movie studios who just reboot their old programming. Mm-hmm. That's what BET decided to do. We're not gonna do 106 art, guys. I have this great idea. We're gonna do 106 in Sports. Everybody was like, oh shit! Oh shit! Oh,
cooking, baby. Cooking, baby. We serving these niggas, homie. We serving them that. We cooking it up.
You hit it with the hot stove. The hot stove. Oh,
we cooking. Oh, we cooking. Oh, this shit about to bust, son.
WWE announced a big show this week. They announced on Thursday they will be going to Chicago for the Elimination Chamber next year. First time WWE will be returning to the United Center in Chicago. First WWE PLE in the United Center since SummerSlam 1994. Tickets for the event on Thursday on November 20th. The event takes place on February 28th. Of course, the United Center was the home of a lot of big AEW shows, including The First Dance that had CM Punk's return to wrestling, as well as most recently All Out 2023. If it wasn't for Punk returning to AEW, we wouldn't be having a pay-per-view in the United Center. I think it is only because AEW had success at the United Center, and they decided to go back after 3 decades. Sorry if that offended anybody. I know there's WWE fans who get offended by that type of stuff.
Whatever.
Ridge Holland, update on him following last week where he talked about his release and WWE doing him dirty. He recently explained how he ended up in a financial distress. Holland had an interview this week with Cultaholic where he explained his financial hardship after being fired by WWE. He said on his 1 year extension last year and pay cut. He says, taking it right back, after my contract was due for renewal previously when I went to NXT, they offered me a 3-year deal at 50% pay cut. With everything, everything financially, I'm like, I can't tie myself in for 3 years for that. It's impossible. So can I do a 1 year extension and I'll try to make it work? We'll cut it back where we can and try. Even then, that's what started the financial issues there, because it's just three kids and everything that people don't understand what you have to pay for. On the foreclosure notification leading to his tweet, he says, so the house, we've got a foreclosure notification on the house. And I just took to Twitter and I just needed to vent. I'm not going to vent to my wife. She doesn't need it. She knows she doesn't need me pissing and moaning. So I'll just type it out. It was like kind of a way of coping. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have let my emotions get to me. And then obviously, what's the old saying? Blow your feathers, you get your ass tickled. We're trying our best to kind of restructure the mortgage, but that's a whole process. You got to prove certain things, so we're trying to restructure that. The goal is to kind of downsize and refigure things. He was, of course, fired right after his tweet expressing his frustration with this situation. On getting contacted shortly after by WWE, he said maybe 2 hours. It was just, we're going to exercise our right to terminate the agreement effective immediately. Bye. I just asked about the medical stuff and asking if that's covered. And it was like, yeah, contact the medical team. And that was it. Obviously, I'm the one who put the tweet out, right? And I've got to take responsibility for that. It is what it is. On future plans, he says, it's really hard for me to tell right now. But if I'm healthy and I do decide to wrestle again, I had such a fun time at TNA. I love an opportunity or something there. Even just to get out and wrestle again and recover the love for it, do some things on my terms, really, because I really don't think I scratched the surface of what I'm capable of, but we'll see if that fire grows and we'll get closer to getting cleared. At the minute, I've made a couple of connections. I'm trying to get the YouTube thing on the ropes. There's an online coaching company that's wanting to employ me, but it's the same thing with that. That's a self-employed thing, so you don't obviously start getting paid straight away. It's client by client basis. So there's things moving, which is good. I'm just an open booking, trying to do what I can. Poor guy. I can understand being frustrated when you get a foreclosure and shit. And and I also understand like not wanting to just vent to your wife. Your wife is going through the same shit you are. Why would you want to vent to her?
And the whole point of being the head of the household, the husband, is not to like let her be stressed out, because then it's going to take a toll on both parties. Like, you know, we can vent, but you know, at the end of the day, is like, you're supposed to make sure and assure her that you're taking care of everything. Like I'm gonna figure it out.
It's true. It's true. I feel for the guy. I really do feel for him.
Yeah.
They were trying to give him a 50% pay cut and sign him to a 3-year deal. Holy shit.
And all he was asking, all he wanted to do was like, yo, it's the cau-casity of it all.
What do you think, JJ?
This company ain't worth a shit, yo. Like damn. Yo, this is another one of those what would you do in the situation?
Yeah.
Your place of employment says, you know, we want to keep you around, but we want to extend your period of time, but we want to give you half the money. Make the math. Make it work. Make that make sense. Like 50%, that's more like a 65% cut once you take your taxes out. So you're essentially telling this man to make a third of his money.
Yep, a third. And niggas got bills and shit. He got medical bills and stuff. And
I'm like, no cap, man. It's like one of those things. It's like, man, if there was one career path that I'm glad in life that I never had a passion for to endeavor myself in, it is the wrestling life. Because boy, that shit looks like if you are not a top dog or a top star, it is shit.
It's rough. It's definitely rough. We have another super chat donation here from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck
Thank you,
Berries,
Chuck.
for the support. He says this super chat is for the great laugh and hilarious news that SmackDown is going to 3 freaking hours. God damn it, I needed that. LOL.
Dog, like, yo, SmackDown 3 hours, bro. Oh my god, yo, we were begging for them to lose an hour, and then they lost an hour, and the show got worse. And now they're gonna go back to 3 hours, and then we're gonna have 3 MFT segments on there. We're gonna have 3 Cody segments.
Oh my god, like I feel so bad. Do you guys not understand? I'm watching this and I see the MFTs come out. I'm like, I feel so bad for all 4 of the guys standing behind Solo.
They used to be
The fact
really
that
good wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that they have now succumbed to being a part of something that could have been really, really big, now are standing there dead, dressed like they're going to rob a bank because they're going to they're like dead presidents now.
Like they need to stop trying to make Solo a thing. It ain't happening.
And Solo has his little funny moments here and there, but we don't need it every week.
They need to just embrace that he's hilarious and stop trying to make him into a top heel.
Yeah. Right. Like let him be a goofball. Like let him be funny. Like let him just I promise you, let him just go.
He'd be a lot better if he's just himself. Just
right.
Just cut him loose. Just cut him
loose. Because when he's himself, it comes off like very authentic and funny, and it's just like, who's this guy? Like, the fact that he still has 2-tone color hair is even funnier.
All right, moving over to WWE NXT. The show featured this week Ricky Saints beating Trick Williams in a great last man standing match to retain the NXT championship. Post-match, Ricky was celebrating when Obafemi made his return as a cliffhanger to close the show, coming after the champion who beat him. Jasper Troy picked up a win over El Grande Americano to win the WWE Speed Championship. Fallon Henley defeated the debuting Skylar Ray to advance to face Zarya for the WWE Speed Women's Championship next week at Gold Rush. Thea Hale scored a victory over Alba Fire to get some momentum for herself and Joe Hendry ahead of their AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship match against Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, while Tavion Heights beat Josh Briggs in a rock-solid affair as well. Big news of the week in regards to NXT is say his name and he signs with WWE. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yes, it is official. Joe Hendry is officially WWE bound. Signing a deal with the company. Fightful Select reports that the former TNA World Champion is officially signed with WWE. He is also effectively done with TNA Wrestling in official capacity. Hendry has not been used on TNA Impact in quite a while, but has been shown up on WWE NXT. The site reports Hendry is not internally listed for TNA shows and was not at TNA Bound for Glory last month. People in TNA said that if he makes a surprise appearance at Turning Point, it would not be a surprise. He lives in the area, but he did not. Sources in WWE confirmed that Hendry is full-time with the company and signed recently. WWE has wanted Hendry for some time, and Shawn Michaels has been a vocal fan of his. The site notes that Michaels wanted WWE to try and buy out Hendry's TNA contract, which I think they pretty much have done, because Hendry had several months remaining on his TNA deal, but he is now with WWE going forward. Hendry used representative to applicably move forward and transition to WWE. He has made a number of high-profile appearances for WWE, including WrestleMania, where he faced Randy Orton, and he has set the team with Thea Hale to challenge the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions Chelsea Green and Ethan Page at NXT Gold Rush in New York City at Madison Square Garden this Tuesday. What do you think about Joe Hendry officially signing with WWE? The most unsurprising news of the year, I called it.
SP, you've been saying this like for 3 weeks now, almost.
For 3 weeks? I've been saying it for a year.
Yeah, that's true. That's also very true.
just seemed like a foregone conclusion. He was showing up more in WWE than TNA. It was bound to happen. But we'll talk about TNA.
That they stole him from the company that is owned by them. How do you steal something that you already own? Just saying.
I'll hold any reservations for Joe Hendry until they decide what they're gonna do with him. I don't have high hopes for this, but good for him getting his money though. Now, anybody that can go get that bag and go get that paper, they'll go get it. But good Lord, you are with the bookers of the WWE, and may the Lord be with you.
And also with you.
He'll be buried in a few weeks, in a few months.
Sean Ross Sapp believes that WWE would be wise to bring in Danhausen next to the company should his AEW deal come to an end. Danhausen has not appeared on AEW or ROH TV since December of last year. Sapp was asked in the latest Fightful Weekly Q&A podcast whether he sees WWE signing Danhausen. He noted that they should, reasoning that WWE will not have R-Truth forever for the comedy wrestler role. He also noted that WWE's marketing teams could make big money on Danhausen. It was finally noted that he would make a great tag team with Mr. Iguana. Danhausen has a number of wrestling appearances on the independent scene since his AEW absence. He last competed on last weekend of battling Effie for the GCW World title at GCW's Green Mountains and Meat. Finally, from WWE, we got WWE Evolve, which was this past Wednesday on Tubi. Jackson Drake picked up a win over Keanu Carver in a pretty good main event to retain the WWE Evolve Men's Championship. Sean Legacy defeated the debuting Eli Knight in the opener to the show. Post-match, Legacy gave Knight some words of encouragement until Riggins and Presley interrupted to talk trash until Timothy Thatcher returned to issue a challenge to the duo to face two of the ID talents. Nikita Lyons beat Mason Holiday, which had a hilarious backstage segment that has to be watched, where she walked away. And Callie Armstrong
and Mega Lions. Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah, Callie Armstrong returned to issue a challenge to Kendall Gray for the WWE Evolve Women's Championship, but PJ Vasa interrupted to stake her claim for a title shot and told her to get to the back of the line, which led to a brawl between the two and a match being made for next week's show. Going over to Japan with Noah, which is a partner really of WWE at this point, as they had a lot of WWE representatives last Saturday, including Yoshihiki Inamura, who is a Noah original who has appeared on NXT over the past year. He defeated Kenta in a great main event to win the GAC Heavyweight Championship. Post-match, Kaito Kiyomiya came out to challenge Inamura for the GAC Heavyweight title next. Meanwhile, Hank and Tank picked up a win over Team 2000X to win the GAC Heavyweight Tag Team Championships as well. So a big weekend in Japan for the NXT stars. But it's time, without further ado, to talk about the donkey of the week, TNA wrestling.
I love this. So
they had two shows that have to be talked about from this week. The show, Thursday's show, which was live, the show featured Mike Santana kicking off the program to celebrate his win at TNA Bound for Glory last month, before he was interrupted by Ryan Nemeth, who was representing his brother Nick Nemeth. But Santana gave Ryan a shot at the title in the main event. This led to Santana defending the TNA World Championship against Nemeth until an NXT invasion led by Robert Stone attacked both men, with Stone stomping a chair on Santana's arm. This led to Frankie Kazarian cashing in his Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy after attacking Nick Nemeth backstage. Kazarian went on to defeat Santana to win the TNA World Championship in shocking fashion, as Santana went 32 days as champion, made one appearance on TV, and in that appearance, he lost the title. Then you had TNA.
Oh my God.
Last night, that show featured Mike Santana and Steve Maclin picking up a win over Frankie Kazarian and Nick Nemeth in a fine main event. Post-match, you have the NXT Invaders again, came out to attack Santana, Nemeth, and Kazarian, and even Santino Marella in a chaotic ending to the show. Leon Slater defeated Rich Swann in a very good match to retain the X Division Championship. You had Wes Lee, the former Desmond Xavier, made his return to TNA to team with the Rascals, who beat the System in a very fun 8-man tag team matchup. The Inspiration defeated Angel Warriors and Mila Moore and Victoria Crawford to retain the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. AJ Francis beat BDE, while Order 4 picked up an upset win over the Hardys and Cedric Alexander in a decent trios match. Indy Hartwell scored a victory in a no DQ match against Danny Luna, while Kalani Jordan defeated M by Elegance to retain the TNA Knockouts World Championship. But we got to talk about the Santana drama, folks. Mike Santana was reported on Friday afternoon. It was reported that Mike Santana was not backstage as of yet for his match at TNA Turning Point.
I wouldn't either.
Report. As noted, he lost the title on Thursday's Impact. However, PW Insider reported that as of 2 p.m. Eastern, Santana had not arrived at Full Sail University. The site notes that the talent call time was 1 p.m. Eastern. Santana also did not appear for his scheduled meet and greet after Thursday night's Impact taping. The word making its way around talent backstage was that Santana had not returned calls or texts from TNA Wrestling. Mind you, folks, Santana is a recovering alcoholic. Then it was revealed by Fightful Select that the news about Santana not answering calls was in fact a fucking work. The report noted that an official at TNA attempted to pass them the news and provided it elsewhere. PW Insider, who acknowledged the initial report could be in work, added that Santana was in fact backstage at Turning Point and did in fact wrestle on the show. TNA is going to TNA. This has been a banner week in regards to TNA just acting a damn fool and just getting all the bad press that could possibly go down in the world of pro wrestling.
They learn from the best. Their owner.
Terrible booking.
Don't you agree?
What do you think? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What do y'all think about the whole thing with them taking the title off of Santana and then
That was terrible.
Then using the anger of the fans to do a stupid angle about Santana no showing the event?
Why?
Grasping for straws.
Like this does have a little bit of TNA stupidity written all over it. Because they are known for doing like unnecessary shit at inopportune times for just no reason. And this is one of them. And they are also infected by WWE serum. And like, why? What is the actual intended supposed to be payoff for any of this? Like, what service is this supposed to do for fans? What service is it supposed to do for anyone? That he's mad that he lost his championship, that he's no show. Like why? It's already dumb enough that y'all took the belt off this man after a month. It's already, so y'all just double down on dumb and turn it into a no-show storyline. None of it makes, and like trying to even make it make sense, you cannot accomplish it. Like people were clamoring for this man to win this championship for the entirety of 2025. This man wins the championship at Bound for Glory. And then we are not even in December. And he is no longer the champion.
mind you, you didn't mention the big one. You took a month off after the biggest event in your company's history. You took a month off.
A month off. Yep.
You did not do another show for a whole month. And then when you did the show, you were like, you know what? Fuck that ending of that last show. You know what? Let's just scrap it.
Yeah, I even if I scratch my head, I'm still not going to come up with anything.
That's it.
Oh man,
but people, man, like, yo, thank God for AEW last week, because good Lord, man, this was like an abysmal week of wrestling.
But TNA sure has become a WWE developmental, and AEW original is their world champion now. Anyway, moving on. Finally, we come to the end of what we missed, and we come to the time of the show for Miss Krssi Luv to let us know what was the best of the week. To let you all know what was the best of the week. It's time for best, worst match of the week and moment of the week for this week. Miss Krssi Luv, we'll start with you. Who was your best and worst from this past week?
The women's AEW roster are the best for me. That was in Blood and Guts.
Worst
TNA and Mike Santana.
We're partly on the same page. I went with worst TNA for sure. TNA. Best is split. It's a split vote. Best AEW Women's Division, Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley.
Okay, so AEW all together. Okay, got you.
JJ, best and worst from this week.
Yeah, I was on the same page with you. I was going to say the best is just AEW this week.
Oh, we can't forget Paul. We got to put
AEW for the God. Oh, trust me. I'm not.
Paul is in that worst of the week too, because he tried it. He really tried it.
Worst of the week is co-founders, entire company of TNA, and the glory hog himself, Paul Levesque.
Seems legit. Moment of the week, I will go with Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship. JJ.
Okay.
Moment of the week for me is Kyle O'Reilly tapping out John Moxley at Blood and Guts.
Krssi?
Sky Blue.
Facts.
But it's called matter of fact, it's her and Kyle O'Reilly.
Making me spend money this week actually too. So
all right, matches of the week. I got 10 this week. We got number 10, Cena and Dom from Raw. Number 9, Tanahashi and Yuto Ice from New Japan Road. Number 8, Dragunov and Axiom from SmackDown. Number 7, Ricky Saints and Trick Williams from NXT. 6, Inamura and Kenta from Noah. 5, Roderick Strong and Moxley from Collision. 4, Hangman Page and Hobbs from Dynamite Blood and Guts.
Yes, that was
number
so good.
3, Fletcher and Ace Austin from Collision. Number 2, the men's Blood and Guts matchup. Number 1, the women's Blood and Guts matchup. Krssi.
I have 5. Axiom and Dragunov from yesterday. 4, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ricky Saint and Trick. 3 is going to be Roderick and Moxley. 2, the men's Blood and Guts. Number 1, women's Blood and Guts.
JJ.
5, I'm gonna go Cena Dom. 4, I'm gonna go 4, I'm gonna go Trick and Ricky. 3, I'm gonna go Hobbs and Hangman. 2, men's Blood and Guts. 1, women's Blood and Guts.
Sounds good there. So that is our best, worst, and match of the week. And don't worry, guys. I saw everybody work. No this, no that. We're not going to do it. No, of course we are. It's TikTok time. We got one TikTok game to close things off on this show. JJ, I save it for the end because that's the only way I can get JJ to stay till the end is if I save TikTok time. If he thinks that TikTok time is not happening, he'll stay till the end. But that's why I save it till the end.
Oh, this close.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for the metal in chat. Anyway, grading this time, TikTok time. We're playing one game this week, and we are starting off our comprehensive TikTok games for the end of the year, where we are going to be grading every WWE and AEW signing for 2025. Simple.
What?
This is not gonna be like a long drawn out thing. I'm gonna give you a name. I'm gonna give you a name that's signed with WWE.
All right, this sounds
give
easy.
it a letter grade. If it's an A, it's an A. If it's a B, it's a B. If it's a C, it's a C. D minus, D plus, doesn't matter. You give it a grade. All right. Are you ready?
Okay.
Krssi,
I'm ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Kat, are you ready? We're gonna start with WWE. Because in January, WWE had their first signing of the year, Penta. What grade are you giving Penta as a signing for WWE? JJ.
I'm going to go B+.
Krssi?
B.
I'm with JJ. I'm going B+. He's been probably I have the list in front of me, and out of this list, he's looking like the best one. So yeah,
this is about as high of this is about to be a high of a bar as you're gonna get.
We are setting the bar for WWE signings. Yeah, B+. Ray Phoenix, Krssi.
B-.
JJ.
I'm going C-.
Oh shit.
I'm going C+. C+.
And it, not for what he is, it's for what they've done with him.
They're doing to him. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Matter of fact,
it's not for anything he did.
Matter of fact, I did too high. Let me do C. Let me do a C. Do C. Yep.
C's fair. All right, Aleister Black.
Yeah.
If this was in September, I would be much lower. But now he's with Zelina, I'll go B-.
B-.
JJ?
I'm gonna go C+.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Also fair. Rusev, JJ.
F.
Oh my god. C-. See, they're like
D.
throwing him down our faces.
I'm giving him
D?
a D. D. And I think I'm being generous by giving him a D. And Carnage is just, y'all are shitting on him in the chat. Y'all giving him an F and stuff, an F-. Nah, you want to know what's an F-? You want to know who really deserves an F? JC Mateo, F.
Oh yes. Oh F. F. Oh, F. Matter of fact, I want to change my answer for the last one for Rusev. I'm gonna give him a D-. But yeah, the other one, Mateo, and you changed his name too. F.
Yes.
F. I wanted to say F+, but you know.
Yeah, I hate you, Chase. I was about to give you a D.
You said G.
G.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Niggas are going E. Niggas gave him an E. Niggas are going down. Niggas are going down to top of that. Holy shit. Where you going, JJ?
G. That's exactly where I was gonna go.
Because he needed to be in the G League like basketball.
That's exactly where I was gonna go. Because yes, he's worse than Rusev, but Rusev is my worst. So you gotta go a little bit lower than my worst.
Oh man, that was funny.
Just giving him a Y.
JJ, R-Truth.
Shit.
I hate to do this. I'm gonna go D-.
Damn.
That's literally Exactly the grade I wrote down. Exactly the grade he's not an F, but he's definitely a D minus.
Yeah. D.
I think it's fair. I did write him down on the list because he is technically a free agent signing, but I also wrote down for my grading TBD for Santos Escobar. We don't know yet. I think it's fair that we give him a TBD. Y'all agree?
To be decided. Yep.
Yeah, I mean he never left, so
yeah. All right, AJ Lee. Krssi. A for you. JJ?
Yeah, I'm going A.
I went A minus.
I'm going A. The fact that they brought her back is incredible.
Yeah, but they only used her once.
Yeah.
So
she's only been used once, so yes, technically,
returned.
Yeah. A minus. Ricky Saints. Krssi.
It's a hard one.
This is really hard, yeah. Because it's not good and it's not great. I want to say B minus.
I went B. I gave him a B. JJ?
I'm gonna go B plus. Because he's over. I think he's overachieved right now.
Yeah, definitely. Jordan Grace.
Oh Jesus!
I gotta go C minus because she's been horribly.
I was gonna say D.
No, I'm gonna give C plus. I'm gonna give her a C plus because she is positioned as one of the top female stars on NXT. But they should have given her a lot more than what they have given her. So C plus.
They should have made her a champ already. Are you kidding me? Why hasn't she? They made all these other girls champs and not her? Nah, son, no. You gave her what?
I gave her a C plus. C plus.
I give her a C. Fine, whatever.
JJ.
I'm gonna go C plus, just because they actually have they've kept her above the grave.
Yeah, seems fair.
And just off of her talent alone.
Blake Monroe. JJ.
I'm gonna go C plus.
I went B minus. Krssi.
And I love her. This is just needed.
I had so much hopes for her. I'm gonna go B minus. I want to really do C, but I think that's too bad.
Yeah. And finally, the newest sign-in, Joe Hendry. This is one where it's different from Santos because he's already kind of been signed for months. So I went C plus. JJ?
C.
You went C, Krssi? JJ?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go B minus just for him. Just for him. Now what happens after this? To get an adjusted grade really quick.
All right, moving on over to AEW. Much shorter list here, but we got back in January, Megan Bayne. JJ.
Megan. Oh, A.
Krssi? You're going A? I especially after this week, I gotta go A minus. I'll go A minus. She feels like someone who's going to be a big star for AEW for years to come. Next up, Speedball Mike Bailey, A. This guy, I don't think it could have gone as well for him, where he's just seamlessly. He feels like he's been an AEW original, and he's only been here for this year. JJ.
I was leaning towards B plus or A minus. I'm gonna go A minus.
That's fair. His tag team partner, Kevin the Jet Knight. JJ.
Bias. I'm going A.
I went A minus. I went A minus for Kevin Knight. You went B plus. Yeah. These three are probably the best signings for AEW this year. So started off right. Set the bar. Mina Shirakawa. Krssi.
B plus.
JJ.
I'll go B.
I went C plus only because I don't think she's really got accustomed to the US style quite yet fully. And I'm leaving room that it can improve to a B if she wins the women's tag team titles.
Okay.
Tekla. I went with B minus for Tekla.
Yeah. B minus.
JJ?
I'm gonna go C plus on her.
That's fair. Alex Windsor. JJ.
Ooh. C. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm
You want C?
struggling with that one. I'm gonna do C as well. I'm gonna rock with C.
It's
I
only
went
probably
C
because her man is not there right now too.
It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
I went C minus for Alex Windsor. The Grizzled Young Veterans. They debuted last year. They officially signed this year. I'm going with a D.
I'm going F.
That's also fair.
Mm.
What you going with, Krssi?
What'd you guys say?
I'm actually gonna go with D. I'm gonna go with D minus for Grizzled Young Vets.
Yeah, I would say yes. Nothing deserves higher than that. A D.
And Hechicero. I'll go with C. C for Hechicero. Krssi?
C.
JJ?
I don't know.
Josh Alexander. JJ.
Man, this one's hard too. I'm gonna go C plus because I think there's so much more to untap there, and I just don't think that there's been that much tapped into yet. So much going on in that damn family. There's so much going on in that.
So many people. Yeah,
so
like the Heenan family.
Yeah, I'm C plus for me.
Krssi?
C plus.
I went B minus for Josh Alexander because he's had great matches. He has a role.
Yeah, he has been. Yeah, yes,
TV.
yes.
He could be used better, but this just might be where he's at in this company. He looked like a huge star in TNA because he was better than all the people in TNA. He's not better than a lot of people in AEW.
Over here, that's right.
Yeah,
and that's why I did the C plus. Where like we're literally like a grade off, but it's just because he hasn't had that spotlight of matches yet. Yeah, like where he can literally steal a show because he is completely capable of doing that.
Absolutely. Someone who did show recently they are capable of doing that. Ace Austin is our last signing here. I'm gonna go with C plus. This probably would have been a D, but that match with Kyle Fletcher totally changed my perception of him in AEW. So I'll go C plus. Krssi.
I'm gonna go C.
JJ.
I'm gonna go C minus. But that has so much room to grow because there was almost nothing there until we got that banger. So I'm going to C minus.
Yep.
That seems fair right there. But that is our grades for every WWE and AEW sighting of 2025. If you're watching this on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you gave the grades for each and every sighting.
Since this can we do a bonus grade?
For who?
For what?
Can we do a bonus? Can we do a bonus score for Triple H and Tony Khan?
Oh no, we're gonna do grading for booking in 2025. You just told everybody.
I'm not gonna be here for it. At least one.
You go ahead. Give us your grades for Tony Khan and Triple H in 2025.
Yeah.
You give your just you, JJ.
That's
go.
Fine. That's fine. Triple H is getting a cold hard F. He's getting an F for fuck you. Yeah.
But what about Tony Khan?
Tony Khan, I'm gonna give a B plus. I'm gonna give a B plus. some inconsistencies there, but when he was great, he was great. But when he had his lows, we were questioning every decision he was making. But the highs were better than the lows.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. Yeah, I give TK like a C+. Triple H, I'd give very objective. That would be the score. Very objective. I'll give him an O for objective.
Triple H's score is Triple H.
That was actually pretty good. But yes, that is our grades for every WWE, WWE and AEW signing of 2025. And that brings us to a close on another edition of our flagship podcast. Want to thank you all for joining us live. Thank you all if you're watching us on demand. And thank you to my colleagues here, Miss Krssi Luv, Top Guy JJ. Top Guy JJ, your final appearance on the flagship of 2025. We'll give you the spotlight so you can let the people know where they can follow you on social media, when they will see you again, and your parting notes on the flagship.
On Instagram, you can find me at Tru Heel _Top Guy JJ. And yeah, so I had a little bit of a work fix. So with that being said, and I love that I'm on here now, so I will have a December appearance in Tru Heel Heat for the end of 2025. I was finally able to make some moves and finagle it. I don't remember the exact. I think from my recollection, it is December 27th.
You are correct.
I should be making the end of the year appearance for Tru Heel Heat. I was able to pull that off literally yesterday. So I thought this was it, but I will actually have a December appearance in Tru Heel Heat for the first time for a full episode in probably like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And he will be part of the 2025 year-end awards because starting the weekend of November 29th, we will start posting on our social media as well as our community tab here the doc for you to vote on our year-end awards. We're going to start taking votes at the end of this month for the year-end awards, and that will be on the December 27th edition of the Tru Heel Heat flagship podcast. Miss Krssi Luv, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, when they will see you again.
Krssi Luv _1, Tru Heel Krssi Luv, or just my name. Follow me here on the chat, on the channel. Other than that, you'll find myself and SP on our other channel reviewing our shows. We're supposed to do Force on Monday, I believe, evening. So yes. So yeah, thank you guys.
There we go. There you have it. Thank you, all of you guys, for the super chats. Thanks for all the love in the chat today. You guys have been great. Remember to drop the thumbs up on the video, share this video, subscribe if you are new. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter machine at Tru Heel SP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Tru Heel Heat. We got a new GOAT match series that's going to be dropping this weekend with me and Jimmy Macaran watching Samoa Joe versus Kenta Kobashi from 2005 and see where it ranks on our list. I will be back with you guys on, I believe, Tuesday is the next time where me and Romeo. Yes, Romeo is returning to Rated Raw Review. Breaking news. He's returning to Rated Raw Review this coming Tuesday right here on the channel, where you can join me and Miss Krssi Luv 5:05 p.m. on Monday for our Power Book Force review. So join us for that. So for Miss Krssi Luv, for Top Guy JJ, it is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. This has been Tru Heel Heat 355. I forget the title sometimes, but we are the most objective podcast on the #2 promotion, and we are signing off until next time.
Laters.
Peace. Fucking piece of shit.